Welcome to Iowa Colony's Senior Night. Thank you all for joining us tonight for this special occasion as we celebrate our senior students who have given their time, talent, and dedication to our school community over the past 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask at this time that you turn your attention to the field, where we would like to introduce you to our senior athletic trainers, cheerleaders, line runners, and football players. Now presenting our senior athletic trainers. Senior athletic trainer Mia Bourgeois is being escorted by her grandma, Winnie Bourgeois, dad, Nicholas Bourgeois, and Aunt Tia. Senior athletic trainer Michaela Clark is being escorted by her parents, Bianca and Jamie Clark, sister Brianna, and niece Amora. Senior athletic trainer Kaylee Foster is being escorted by her parents, Curtis and Tanisha Foster. Senior athletic trainer Janaya Jordan is being escorted by her parents, Jimmy Jordan and Chia Denars, along with her sister Lynn. Senior athletic trainer Neil Morton is being escorted by her parents, Kyle Martin, Ann and David Cosby, along with her sister Anastasia. Now introducing our senior cheerleaders. Senior cheerleader Alasia Webster is being escorted by her mom, Ashantis Johnson, and her sister Ari. Senior cheerleader Addison Nunez is being escorted by her parents, Sarah and Kurt Nunez, along with her sister Olivia and brother Preston. Senior cheerleader Jada Brun is being escorted by her parents, Jadon and Ebony Brun. Senior cheerleader Keziah Fleming is being escorted by her parents, Reverend Ed and Kim Fleming Jr. Senior cheerleader Lauren Nelson is being escorted by her parents, Lester and Nella Nelson. Senior cheerleader Nia Taylor is being escorted by her parents, Nada Rivera and Anthony Taylor, along with her sister Morgan. Senior cheerleader Xavier Gibson is being escorted by his mom Royal Pittman, brothers Devin and Xavier, and sister Emery. Senior cheer manager Hannah Toots is being escorted by her parents, Amelia Upshaw Toots and Eric Toots. Senior cheer manager Kaylee Castile is being escorted by her parents, Andre Castile and Denise Hill, along with her sister Layla. Senior cheer manager Martasia Jordan is being escorted by her parents, Rayshonda Bonner and Martika Jordan, along with her grandparents, Yvonne Harris and Oliver Bonner. Now presenting our senior flag runners. Senior flag runner Eris Williams is being escorted by her parents, Donnell Williams and Shandy Hopkins. Senior flag runner Ashton Lewis is being escorted by her parents, Rodney and Kathleen Tolbert, along with her brother Kingston. Senior flag runner Mariah Samarco is being escorted by her mom, Kiara Claiborne, and grandmother, Latanya Claiborne. Now presenting our senior football players. Senior football player Daniel Sweeney is being escorted by his parents, Corey and Danielle Sweeney, along with his brother, Corey Jr. Senior football player Henry Kalu is being escorted by his parents, Uche and Grace Kalu, grandmother Dina, and brother Oscar. Senior football player Darren Brown is being escorted by his parents, Gerald and Terry Brown. Senior being escorted by his dad, Philip Tenner, sister Bridget, and brother Danny. Senior football player Ian Hill is being escorted by his parents, Quincy and Brittany Hill. Senior football player Jeremy Garner II is being escorted by his parents, Jeremy and Teresha Garner, and sister Janae. Senior football player Kanai Watts is being escorted by his parents, Carl Watts and Marissa Blanks. Senior football player Andres Vasquez is being escorted by his parents, Jesus and April Vasquez. Senior football player Lewis Johnson is being escorted by his mom, Leanne Johnson, uncle Lewis Johnson, and brother Larry Buchanan. Senior football player Macario Brackens is being escorted by his parents, Michael and Latanya Brackens, his sister Mackenzie, and brother Marcelo. Senior football player Kingston Ephraim is being escorted by his parents, Terrence and Princess Ephraim. Senior football player Miles Blake is being escorted by his parents, Chris Blake, Stacy and Michael Brown, and his sister Madison. Senior football player Sean Miller is being escorted by his parents, Arlinda Miller and Andrea Hall, his sister Asia, and his brother Jordan. Senior football player Dejan DePatty is being escorted by his mom, Shakola DePatty, and sisters Bailey and Madison. Senior football player Keontre Nance is being escorted by his parents, Dominique and Dwight Clayton. Senior football player Terry Childress is being escorted by his parents, Terry and Lakeisha Childress Sr., grandmother Janice, and sister Madison. Senior football player Christopher Edwards is being escorted by his parents, Christopher and Shatora Edwards Jr., his sister Callie, and his brother Cartier. Senior football player Lynn Dickerson is being escorted by his parents, Lynn Dickerson and Christina McGrath. Senior football player Julius Lockhart is being escorted by his parents, Julius and Tamika Lockhart. Senior football player Jamari Alice is being escorted by his mom, Jatara Olson. Senior football player Corey Anthony Jr. is being escorted by his parents, Corey and Tiffany Anthony Sr., grandmother Kathy, and sister Ellington. Senior football player Ashton Preston is being escorted by his parents, Jesus Siberian and Susan Tate, and his sister Ayana. Senior football player Deshaun Hawkins is being escorted by his parents, Daryl and Michelle Hawkins, his sister Amaya, and his grandmother Dolores Armstrong. Senior football player Avery Hansen is being escorted by his parents, Jana Hansen, Greg and Cheryl Hansen, and stepsister Emma. Senior football player Jackson O'Quinn is being escorted by his parents, Jason and Jennifer O'Quinn, grandmother Kim, and brother Jordan. Senior football player Timothy Holly is being escorted by his parents, Reginald and Lakeisha Holly, and grandmother Constance. Senior football player Randy Mailer is being escorted by his parents, Randy and Tanya Mailer Jr., and brother Trenton. Senior football player Cameron Ashley is being escorted by his parents, Rachel Cooper and Kelly Ashley, Grandpa Kelvin, and Grandma Tricia. Senior football player Isaac Vasquez is being escorted by his parents, Tereso and Sandra Vasquez, and sister Cassandra. Senior football player Moises Maldonado is being escorted by his parents, Marvin and Doris Maldonado. Senior football player Aaron Davis is being escorted by his parents, Ernie and Shoshana Davis, and sister Caitlin. Senior football player James Smith is being escorted by his parents, Stacy and David Ward, brother Anthony, and sister Grace. Senior football player Jordan Pena is being escorted by his parents Guillermo and Amanda Pena, brother Guillermo Jr., and sister Elena. Senior football player Chase Ruffin is being escorted by his parents Portia Sims and Joshua and Candace Ruffin. Senior football player Samuel Golden is being escorted by his parents Samuel and Nicole Golden and his sisters Zoe and Jade. Senior football player Aiden Alexander is being escorted by his Angelina Luna and his favorite teacher Dr. Peterman. Senior football player Jaden Warren is being escorted by his parents Raquel Warren Patterson and James Patterson. Senior football player Aaron Hernandez is being escorted by his parents Antonio and Benny Hernandez. Senior football player Samuel Thibodeau is being escorted by his dad, Troy Thibodeau. Senior football player Quincy Johnson is being escorted by his parents Brian and Patricia Johnson, sister Deja, and brother Jason. Senior football player Bronston Baker is being escorted by his mom, Lynette Graham, and his sister, Renee Mignon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight as we have honored our seniors. And seniors, thank you for your commitment, your spirit, and the legacy you leave behind. You've made a lasting mark on Iowa Colony, and we're so proud of each and every one of you. Now, let's have one final round of applause for our graduating athletic trainers, cheerleaders, flag runners, and football seniors. Congratulations.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's football game between the Crosby Cougars and your Iowa Colony Pioneers. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we welcome both the Iowa Colony High School cheerleaders and the Crosby High School cheerleaders. Introducing first, the Crosby High School Cheerleaders. Karis Murray. Gracie Skeen. McKenna Robinson. Ari Creer. Lauren Basmore. Haley Parker. Riley Barrett. Brittany O'Daniel. Paige Hildebrand. Kylie Glover. Kiera Reyes. Bree Garrett. Riley Lockridge. Francis Reyes. Cammie Wright. Taylor Cantwell. Camden Lackey. Reagan Dillard. Mariah Rodriguez. Whitley Hayes. Allie Jacobson. And your managers, Senior Areli Hernandez, Senior Winter Cabrera, and Senior Abigail Temple. Your cheerleaders are coached by head coach Penny Sykes and assistant coach Christy Thompson. And now, your cheerleaders for the Iowa Colony Pioneers. Freshman, Imari Bell. Freshman, Brielle Sanders. Sophomore, two-time All-American cheerleader, Alexa Williams. Sophomore, All-American, Alyssa Williams. Sophomore, Morgan Taylor. Sophomore, Addison Thomas. Sophomore, Genevieve Santiago. Sophomore, Brooke Pettit. Junior, Janiyah Evans. Junior, three-time All-American, Asia White. Senior All-American Cheer Lieutenant, Jada Brunn. Senior All-American, Nia Taylor. Senior Keziah Fleming. Senior All-American Cheer Lieutenant, Addison Nunez. Senior Elijah Webster. Senior Cheer Lieutenant, Xavion Gibson. Senior four-time All-American Mascot Blaze, Lauren Nelson. And your Pioneers cheer staff, head coach Vanessa Houston, assistant coach Maria Bryant, and managers Hannah Tukes, Kaylee Castile, and Martesia Jordan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, making their way to midfield are representatives from Iowa Colony High School and Crosby High School. In an expression of the intent of everyone here tonight, these students greet one another and represent the spirit of fair play in the Good Sportsmanship League. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the video board for a message from our Superintendent, Carol Nelson.
Hello, I'm Carol Nelson, proud superintendent of Alvin ISD. Welcome to Freedom Field. For 100 years, Alvin ISD has built champions on the field, in the classroom, and in life. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we remember the true victory lies not just in the score, but in how we play the game. Every contest is more than a competition. It's a classroom, a place to learn resilience, respect, and responsibility. Let's honor our legacy with integrity, compete with heart, and always remember sportsmanship is the mark of a true champion. Thank you for coming this evening to support our students, and may you have safe travels headed home. Here's to 100 years and the next 100 to come.
Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the football game between the Iowa Colony High School Pioneers and the Crosby High School Cougars. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all of the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence. We ask that as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth. Cheer these young athletes, applaud them, but do not, through any of your actions, cause them to doubt the value of athletics. By your conduct, allow these young people to feel pride in their communities and school. While your sportsmanlike actions may play only a small part in the outcome of this game, it will play a greater role in continuing to encourage competitive athletics. We also ask that you show your appreciation for the students who will be taking part indirectly in tonight's game. The cheerleaders, the bands, the drill teams, and the students who have supported their teams at home and away. These young people play an integral part in their team's success. The officials for this game have been mutually agreed upon by school officials for both schools. Their role is not unlike those of players, coaches, teachers, and school administrators. Without them, this game would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game. We ask you, as students, parents, and citizens, to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, please make sure there is no loitering in the area underneath the stands and around the concession stands. This will ensure a positive experience for all guests of Freedom Field Stadium. And remember, throughout the game tonight, make sure you hydrate. And now, the Iowa Colony High School Song. And now, the Crosby High School School Song. Now entering the field, the Crosby Cougars. Now entering the field, your Iowa Colony Pioneers. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a first responder or a former active member of our nation's armed forces, will you please rise so your service and sacrifice can be truly honored? At this time, football fans, please give a hearty round of applause to show the gratitude and appreciation for these servant leaders who give so much. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the video board for a message from our student athletes.
Hey, Mom and Dad.
Hey, Pioneer fans.
What's up, IC family? We can't wait to see you.
We want to talk to you about something.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Having you in the stands means the world to us.
But we need to ask you something.
Hello, it's important, so listen up.
We made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means we play with respect for others.
We will not let our opponent become our enemy.
We will not cheat or cut corners.
We made a commitment to the Texas way.
That means we play with control of self.
We will slow our anger down.
And we will play by my standards.
We made a commitment to the Texas way.
That means we play with the spirit of competition.
We will prepare ourselves inside and out.
We will bounce back when we get knocked down, but we will compete with passion to be our absolute best. So my question for you:
will you commit to support us the Texas way?
That means having our back. It means cheering loudly, but it doesn't mean putting others down.
It doesn't mean yelling at the ref. It doesn't mean letting your passion become a distraction.
You say it, Coach says it too. My actions are more than just about me.
It's about representing the name on the front of the jersey and the name on the back.
It's about more than the scoreboard. It's about using your sport to become all you can become and having fun while doing it.
We couldn't do it without y'all, and we wouldn't want to.
We made a commitment to play the Texas way.
Will you make it with us?
Will you make it with us?
Ladies and gentlemen, let us now observe a moment of silence in the spirit of this competition. At this time, let us all remember and acknowledge the prevailing sense of fair play and the safety of all players, coaches, parents, officials, and spectators involved tonight. And now, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America. Tonight, the national anthem will be performed by the Iowa Colony Varsity Mixed Choir under the direction of Kevin Schultz and Austin Rabin. The colors will be presented at the North End Zone by the Alvin ISD Marine Corps Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps.
Kevin Geiger here with Gentry Williams, Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network. Gentry, how does it feel to be under these Friday night lights again with some exciting football just moments away?
This is amazing. This is such a blessed feeling. Great facility. Two good teams get ready to face off here in tonight's matchup, and I can't wait till can't wait for kickoff.
Yeah, we're just moments away. The Crosby Cougars, they come on the road with an 0-1 record after dropping their first contest to Dayton by a score of 28-20. Junior quarterback Lott Robeson led the offense with 2 touchdowns, and senior back Zion Sutherland paced the backfield. He had 128 yards on just 8 carries. Senior Ashton Lamell had just a whale of a ball game, 11 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble.
Yeah, they do it all. Very balanced offense, and they played a very good team in Dayton. Dayton's one of the better teams in that northeast side of Houston, so they have an opportunity to rebound tonight against another very good Iowa Colony team, and excited to see how it works out for them.
Yeah, Iowa Colony is coming off a fantastic season last year.
Crosby
Their only losses all season came to the Randall Lions. They ended up winning the championship.
Colony will receive.
See, Iowa Colony is going to get the kick. Now, the Pioneers, they started 2025 off on the right foot. They had a 41-7 win over Stafford. For a second straight year, they opened the season with Stafford and beat them 41-7. I don't know how many times that happens, but obviously no fluke there. Junior quarterback Carson White was fantastic as always in the victory. He had 3 touchdowns. He had over 100 passing and over 100 rushing yards. And junior back Aaron Tenner, who carried the bulk of the load on the ground during last year's playoff run, he pitched in 2 touchdowns. The guy that I like the most on Iowa Colony's team is Jaden Warren. He had 100 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns. This kid is a stud.
Yeah, a straight stud, 4-star recruit. Going to be playing at the University of Houston. He's one of the special players we're going to see here tonight, and I can't wait to see this kid in action again.
He is long and athletic, and he's still young. I like the offense is great. The defense is great. Obviously, they were one of the best teams in 5A football last year. We got to cover them on their run. I think whoever won out of them and Randall was going to win the championship, and that's
right.
what happened. Randall was able to win that really good ball game at NRG. I think we were there together for that one. Really good team last season and looking to cover them again this year. Very excited to see them at home as they're going to get the opening kick. Of course, back to return is Jaden Warren. He provided so much excitement last year in that playoff run. He had big, long touchdown catches, 70, 80 yards. He had punt return, kickoff return touchdowns. Kid is special, and we'll see if he can make something happen here. He's the deepest returner for the Pioneers. Kicking is number 42, Reed Patterson. And looks like they'll kick it to one of the upper guys at the 25 and running forward for maybe a gain of 8 or so on that return.
Yeah, good kickoff coverage there by the Crosby Cougars, just standing there running lanes. They're a very disciplined team. They're not going to make too many mistakes. They're not going to beat themselves. So Iowa Colony, it's going to be a complete 4-quarter game for this ball club because Crosby, they do a good job of just playing good, sound football.
That was Ian Hill on the return, and now we'll get our first look at the Pioneer offense. Carson White and Aaron Tenner in the backfield, and they'll have 2 receivers on each side. And this is a team that has returned a lot of the guys from last year's team that was so good. Just those 2 losses to Randall and White looking to pass, and now he's going to take off and run. He's a very good runner. Picks up a couple. It'll be 2nd and 8 or so.
Yeah, at that time, just going with the quarterback drop. A great defense there by number 7, Sir Salu. Crosby comes out in a 3-3-5 defense, 3 down defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 defensive backs that try to match up with this spread look for Iowa Colony.
Last night we had Manville here, and their running back is Eric Mosley, who was on this team last year and transferred over to Manville and is going to have a big role. But Tenner really had the bulk of the load last season, and they go to Tenner here. And Tenner's a great running back as he gets past the first down marker. Tenner's not the biggest guy, but he runs hard, and he is hard to stop.
Yeah, definitely runs behind his pass. Good job there, lowering his shoulder, get the chance of the instant replay there. Just following behind his block in his lineman and just finishing through contact, falling forward. That's a sign of a really good back there.
1st and 10 from the 48, just 2 yards away from midfield. White Goes to Tenor again up the middle, and Tenor picks up maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, that time they tried to go with a counter play. Looked like the guard for Iowa Colony got held up when he was pulling. Great job on the backside pursuit by number 45, Carter Matthews, coming in there and slowing that counter play down.
Give him a gain of 2, so it's 2nd and 8 from right at midfield. Two receivers on each side, and Tenor will be on the left hip of White. White looking to pass, and he's going to try to drop it off there to Warren. Incomplete. Warren wanted a flag and didn't get it.
Yeah, just didn't get it that time. Very interesting here from Crosby. You don't see too many teams going man-to-man coverage against Iowa Colony with all these weapons that they have, but right now Crosby's trusting that their secondary could make a play out on the perimeter.
Ian Hill, Braylon Watts, Kristen Mensah. A lot of weapons to go with Warren and Tenor. You can expect a steady diet of Tenor. They didn't really sub him out much. I think Mosley was hurt during the playoffs last year, and Tenor pretty much got all the work. You always thought, man, he needs a breather, but he never really got one. And now White firing it deep, looking for a man, and diving catch. Did he make it? Wow, what a grab from Braylon Watts.
Oh, man. What a catch. Young man just laying out and going to get the football. I was trying to see where he was going with it, but just look at this extension right there. Wow.
Watts looking like a center fielder, diving for a ball in the gap there, laying out full extension, and a 39-yard gain on the play from Carson White to Braylon Watts, down off to Tenor, and they blow it dead. It's play of the night so far.
Yeah, definitely play of the night. Oh, man, that's a heck of a catch. And what a throw as well by Carson White.
Delay game on offense, 5 yards, repeat, first down.
Last night I was here with Paige Lawrence for Manville and Barbers Hill, and she told me in a couple weeks she's got to go down to Richmond and cover Iowa Colony and Randall, and I was jealous. I tell you what, that is the game of the year in 5A in my opinion.
Yes.
We'll see 1st and 15 here from the 16. The line of gain is up to the 1-yard line. White takes it himself, a nice little juke move, and he's cut down at about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, simple inside read option there by White. Read that the defensive end was crashing in. He pulled the ball, got to the outside perimeter, and able to make this 2nd and 11. They still have opportunity to pick up a first down before they get inside the end zone.
I'd like to have 1st and goal from the 1.
That's right.
That's like a guaranteed touchdown, you think, especially with the way they run the ball.
That's right.
2nd and 12 from the 13-yard line. Motion Tenor out, and White looking to pass. Drops a little screen off there, but the receiver slips and makes a catch, but it's going to be no gain.
Yeah, try to get a tunnel screen, but again, these defensive ends for Crosby, they do a good job of running sideline to sideline. This time you're going to see Kaysen Chute get to the outside, make a play, and just blow up that tunnel screen.
Tenor receiver there was Kristen Mensah. I believe he did make the catch, but no gain, so we're in the same spot. It's 3rd and 12 now. And White looking to pass again. And White is going to step up in the pocket, and I think he's going to get in. He's got a touchdown. Carson White for 6.
Great pocket awareness, great patience there from Carson White. Crosby that time was in man-to-man coverage again, and when you're in man-to-man coverage, all the defensive backs and linebackers' backs are turned, so it's an easy lane for the quarterback to pick up a touchdown.
A 13-yard touchdown run there on 3rd and 12 for Carson White. And we'll see the extra point coming from Andres Vasquez. Snap, the hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. 7-0. Iowa Colony leads. You see the replay here. Carson White, as you mentioned, with the touchdown run. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on Alvin Sports Network.
Alvin ISD would like to thank Chick-fil-A Alvin for their press box meal donation. Currently open for drive-thru, curbside, or delivery. Chick-fil-A, proud supporter of Alvin ISD Athletics and tonight's Press Box Meal sponsor.
Welcome back into Freedom Field. Evan Geiger and Gentry Williams here. 8:18 on the clock in the first quarter, and Iowa Colony leads 7-0 over the Crosby Cougars. Had some fantastic games here in the first couple of matches here at Freedom Field, and we'll see if this one shakes up to be a game of that caliber. After Carson White's 13-yard touchdown run, it's going to be Crosby's chance to answer back.
Yeah, that was a great start there from Iowa Colony. They done it on the ground, did it in the air, and they just made the plays that they needed to get inside the end zone. And already I'm just very impressed with this team, and they look like they're going to be another dangerous team this year.
Joshua Jackson back to return. There's another returner, but I can't really see his number. Hasn't pointed at us. I think that might be Nehemiah Jordan, but I could be wrong. See the kickoff here from the Pioneers going from right to left. And it is up. It looks like it will go to who I believe is Nehemiah Jordan. He catches it at the 8, and he's going to stutter step and didn't really make a decision to go left or right and just stood in place. And he was drilled down at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, in that situation, you got to make your mind up, plant your foot, get north and south. You can't go east and west too much on this Iowa Colony defense. Way too much speed.
He's a little indecisive.
That's right.
It's like my wife trying to figure out what to get for dinner.
I know the feeling.
Cougars will take over at the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. And handoff up the middle, looks like to Zion Sutherland. Hope we're saying his name correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like that time Crosby was trying to go with the RPO look, and the quarterback just decided to hand that one off. Get a second look at it. See the RPO motion from quarterback Lot Robinson, but minimal gain there. Maybe took a loss.
Looks like they're calling it no gain. I was here last night. I saw something I haven't seen in a while. The chains actually broke.
I've never seen that before. I've never seen that. Wow, that is.
We saw so many weird things in the past couple of games that we said we're going to have a bingo card, as it looks like they're going to call timeout.
Timeout. Crosby.
Take a quick break here on the Alvin Sports Network. Be right back.
You've got a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care, personalized orthopedics, and the latest cancer treatments in one manageable system. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine. You've got a lot.
Welcome back into Freedom Field. 7:23 to go in the first quarter. Crosby uses a timeout pretty quickly here after just one play. Still trying to get their bearings here. Quarterback Lot Robinson had a pretty good game last week, and then, of course, to Zion Sutherland. I mean, dude, he was averaging like 10 yards a carry.
Yeah, he's a very explosive playmaker. See if they try to give him the ball in space here.
Looking to pass, and Robinson's going to take off and run, and just not a lot doing there. Looks like no gain again.
First couple plays, Iowa Colony is already winning the line of scrimmage, and if you're Crosby, this is where you don't want to have too much of an impulsive reaction, but you might want to look to get the ball out on the perimeter as quick as you can, help your offensive lineman out.
This Iowa Colony team, they're pretty good at all the phases. From what I saw last year, they've returned so many of their key players. It's Robinson looking to pass, and he's going to step up. He's got pressure. Now he's going to fire it, and he's got a man open and nearly makes a one-handed catch but can't come down with it. Looks like the intended receiver was Luke Wheeler.
Yeah, Luke Luke Wheeler ran a really good corner route that time, got wide open. Looks like there was a busted coverage. I'm not sure if Iowa Colony, it looked like they was in a cover 2, and he went to the corner route. It was wide open, just didn't execute.
I think once Wheeler got open, he just kind of sat down in the zone that was open, but an inaccurate throw probably due to the pressure Robinson was facing and throwing on the run, and now Crosby will have to punt. Returner back at the 49, just a yard beyond midfield, and the punter has his feet set at the 3. And the punt is blocked. It's blocked, and it's going to roll near the sideline and go out of bounds. Wow. So Crosby's lucky it went 15 yards after it got blocked. That was almost like a touchdown, or, you have it inside the 5 there, but somehow it still went 15 yards off to the side, and Iowa Colony was unable to do anything with it. Didn't see who got the block there.
I'll tell you what, I could just tell early on Iowa Colony does a good job in practice and OTAs of just getting off the football, watching the football, not really paying attention to the cadence. Their get-off is incredible, and that's been already a game changer so far here in the first quarter.
And Iowa Colony, I tell you what, they are athletic. You see their athleticism time and time again tonight. Trips to the right, one to the left. And I believe that's Tenor, of course, on the right hip of White. They will start at the 18-yard line. White looking to pass. He's got all day. Now he's just going to dump it off there, and the catch is made as he hits his man, Kristen Mensah.
That time Crosby switched it up, went zone coverage. Previous drive, they went man coverage all the way down the field. And White just very patient, settle his feet, make an accurate throw, and able to pick up a nice 7 yards, or 6 yards, excuse me.
He looks pretty comfortable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
2 receivers on each side. Tenor just a bit off to the left of White, and now White's going to scramble. He just dumps it off, and just a little high there, looking for Ian Hill.
Yeah, I would call it again, that's how they run a mesh concept. That's how you counter the zone, get 2 crosses, and you also have 2 top crosses from your outside receiver. Had his inside slot, just couldn't execute there.
I think he had enough time to really kind of set his feet and make that throw, but didn't look like he had a lot of immediate pressure there, and it's going to be 3rd and 4 from the 11-yard line. Iowa Colony already in the red zone again, and this time they go to Tenor up the middle. I don't know if he's going to get the first down. It looks like he's right at the line. It's going to be a first down, 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. He needed 4 and got 4.
Got behind his pads. He does a good job of just falling forward every time he's touched the rock so far.
1st and goal from the 7. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Tenor on the left hip, and White's just going to take off and run. And he's going to get a block there from Tenor, but then he slips at about the 5, so a pickup of 2.
Yeah, that time they try to take advantage of the numbers advantage they had coming to the bottom of your screen. Just good job getting off the blocks there by the Crosby Cougars. And I like the play calling so far for Iowa Colony. They run, quarterback power, mesh concepts, deep route concepts. They're doing a good job of keeping this defense unbalanced.
Interesting formation here is a motion Warren across to the right side, and White's going to roll out to the right looking for a man, and he's just going to dump it off to an open receiver as he finds Christian Mensah wide open in the back of the end zone. It's already 13-zip here in the first quarter.
Great route there by Christian Mensah. Sprint out. You had the motion coming in there by Warren to get the safety eyes, and then you had Mensah come right behind him for an easy score. Just great play call and great job mixing it up here early on from Iowa Colony.
5-yard touchdown pass from White to Mensah, and here's the extra point. It's up, and it is good, but there's a flag on the play. Kick from Andres Vasquez. Wait to see what the call is.
We have offsides on the defense. That penalty decline. Touchdown. Extra point, good.
14-zip, 4:58 to go in the first quarter.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Our hands-on programs prepare you for high-value careers so you can forge your own path. Start your journey with ACC and step into your future today.
Welcome back into Freedom Field. 4:58 to go in the first quarter. Iowa Colony already with a 14-0 lead. Won 41-7 last week. Already off to a great start. This team looks really good.
Yeah, they look really poised, disciplined, fast. Look like they're trying to make another deep playoff run. As you said, Evan, so many starters coming back again this year. Those guys are going to play with a chip on their shoulder as they have some unfinished business.
Fair catch on the kickoff by Nehemiah Jordan. So Crosby will take over at the 25. Just can't say enough good things about head coach Ray Garza and this staff. He's done a great job in his time at Iowa Colony. Had a chance to interview him a lot last year in the playoffs, and he was very kind, took the time to interview with us, and always had lots of great things to say. And I think this team is just very well coached.
Yeah, very well coached. That previous job when they was on defense, just watching them get off the football, watching the linebackers just fill in the gaps. I'm like, this is a fundamentally sound football team. Just like Crosby is as well. They're a very fundamental sound football team, but it's one thing to be talented and fundamentally sound. That's when you're a very scary football team.
I think it's crazy how fast that Iowa Colony and Randall, these schools that have opened recently, have just taken over 5A football, and maybe at some point they'll go up to 6A, and things might get a little tougher. But man, these schools they've built a program quick.
Yeah, this is a powerhouse, and I'm glad to be able to watch these guys.
Trips to the right here on 1st and 10 from the 25, and Robinson hands off to Sutherland. Nice little move, and he makes a couple of guys miss for. He's down at the 38, a gain of 13 for Sutherland. Saw how he averaged over 10 yards a carry last week.
Yeah, and down 14, just got to get your best player to football here. Let him just get shifty in open space. Good job making a couple of guys miss there. Try to make some more miss. They're going to have to get it going here if you're the Cougars.
First down for the Cougars there. And this time it's going to be an RPO, it looks like. And and he breaks out of a tackle. He's got room to run down the right sideline, and he is G-O-N-E gone. A touchdown for Nehemiah Jordan.
What a great execution there by the Crosby Cougars on the RPO play. Great read there by quarterback Lott Robinson. And, unfortunate, just a missed tackle for Iowa Colony, and way to capitalize on that mistake for the Cougars.
A 62-yard touchdown for Robinson and Nehemiah Jordan. There's only one guy out there to tackle, and he made a miss, and that was a wrap.
Yeah, so far Iowa Colony tried to match up with the man-to-man coverage there. That time it came back and bit him.
Extra point coming from Reed Patterson. Kick is up, and it is good. 14-7 the score here with 4:17 to go in the first quarter. Right back here on the Alvin Sports Network.
You've got a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care, personalized orthopedics, and the latest cancer treatments in one manageable system. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine. You've got a lot.
4:17 to go in the first quarter. Crosby on the board now, and they'll kick it off to Iowa Colony here in just a moment. See if maybe we can see some excitement in the return game. The first couple of games we've had here have had some crazy plays in the return game.
Are you calling one right here, Evan? Or
if they kick it to Jaden Warren, it's like a 50-50 chance he's going to run it back. The kid is special, but he's going to shift over that direction to see if maybe he can get one. There's nobody on this near side, and they will kick it to Warren. Uh-oh. He's going to field it at the 18, and he's going to run left side. He's got some room to run. I don't know. He's up to the 40. Oh, the man falls down. He's down the left sideline. He's G-O-N-E, gone for 6. Jaden Warren.
Special. Talk about you get the G-O-N-E gone from Mr. Geiger. That is a special talent right there. That's the second time I've seen him take it to the house. And he just outran everybody. Man, the Cougars are going to get a heck of a player next year alongside Kayshawn Henderson and the rest of that class. Wow.
What a return from Jaden Warren. That was all speed, all athleticism, the blocking set up for him, and there was really no chance they were going to get him. That's why they didn't want to kick it to him.
I think that's probably the last time they're going to kick it to him.
Here is the extra point, and it's up. It's good. 21-7, and just like that, Iowa Colony's back up by 2 touchdowns. Look at him get around the edge and just turn on the afterburners. Once the kicker fell, it was a wrap.
It was a wrap. When you told me it's a 50-50 chance, I was like, it's a wrap.
It's a 100-0 chance, brother. 21-7, Iowa Colony.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Our hands-on programs prepare you for high-value careers so you can forge your own path. Start your journey with ACC and step into your future today.
4:02 to go in the first, and keep getting a lot of commercial breaks. All these points, man.
Yeah,
28 points in the first 8 minutes.
And it's just explosive playmakers all over the football field from both ball clubs. And this is what you expect when you have 2 teams coming into a game like this, especially for Crosby, who took a tough loss against Dayton. And we already know Iowa Colony, and they're out to prove that they want to get back to that opportunity and claim that state championship. So this is going to be a great game. Welcome to Texas high school football.
Welcome to Alvin ISD, man. They got some athletes down here.
Yes.
In this part of the city. It is fantastic. I mean, we've seen Chris Stewart from Shadow Creek. He's going to UT. They say he's one of the best receivers in the state. I think Jaden Warren has played like one of the best receivers in the state the last year and a couple of games here to start 2025. We'll see a kick here, and it's going to be fair caught by Nehemiah Jordan. As that first return, he was a little hesitant, and then fair catch the next 2 times. Interesting that they don't even want to try to return it.
I know within him, he's thinking like, once you see someone else return a kick, I know you want to try to do one yourself, but at this point, it's good to play the field position game, especially with the way Iowa Colony is just flying down the field on kickoff coverage.
So quick recap. Last week we had Summer Creek and Shadow Creek here a week ago today. On the first possession, Shadow Creek hadn't had the ball yet. They punted to Chris Stewart. UT commit runs it back for a touchdown. On the next kickoff, they kick it to Benny Easter, their best receiver. He runs it back for a touchdown.
Wow.
But they call it back because there was a taunt during the play. Not a hold or anything. As Robinson looking to pass, and he has a man in the flat, and he's going to get out of bounds. The receiver there is Luke Wheeler. I had never seen a kickoff or any touchdown called back from a taunt during the play. I've seen it after the play. You get 15 yards, maybe it goes on the kickoff. But that was really strange.
See the nice little out route here by their wide receiver able to pick up some nice yards. But did he hit him with the Tyreek Hill deuces or?
I don't know what I don't know what happened to take the touchdown off the board, but that was a first for me. Jumped off sides there, and they blow it dead instead of a free play as Nehemiah Jordan tried to go up and get that ball, but surprised they kind of blew it dead there. Unless it was a false start. My thought was offsides. It looked like Daniel Swiney jumped in the middle.
Offsides on green, 0, defense, 5 yards, repeat it down.
Swiney jumped offsides, but I think that's a textbook free play.
That's
so
right.
Why is it blown dead?
I'm not. Interesting play out there. And early on I was giving Iowa Colony all the credit for their ball discipline, watching the ball get off. That time they got a little bit too antsy. You can see Crosby now probably changing up the cadence to slow this pass rush down.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 36. Crosby on their own side of the field. And going to go to Sutherland.
That time they try to go with a buck sweep, made famous by Oregon and Chip Kelly. Try to get your lineman swinging left, see if your running back can find a cutback lane. Just couldn't find it there. Great job by Iowa Colony, just filling the gaps again. Those linebackers, once they find the running back, they come in and they hit you pretty hard.
Isn't an offsides a 5-yard penalty?
Yes.
So how did they end up at the 36? If they fair caught it, wouldn't that have put them at the 25? I'm confused. Trips to the right here on 2nd and 8. Ball's at the 38. Robinson hands off to a back. Oh, and the ball pops out. Looks like Iowa Colony picks it up. He's got green grass in front of him. He's G-O-N-E. Gone. Iowa Colony gets a touchdown from Kalen Simmons. It's 27-7 in the first quarter.
Wow, what a scoop and score. And you seen the outside linebacker for Iowa Colony. They had the tailback lined up on the weak side of the trips formation, and he just beeline right in there on the inside zone play, blew him up, and fumble recovery in this game for Iowa Colony. Wow.
Not sure what's going on. Crosby's staying with their offense on the field. Looked like a pretty clear scoop and score to me, but the only thing I could think would be some sort of like a face mask penalty would wipe that off, because it looked pretty clean from our vantage point. Coach Garza's out there talking to the officials, and I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm confused along with Coach Garza here. That was a good hit. Fumble, ball popped out.
The Pioneers coaching staff is all very adamant with their demonstrative signals towards the umpires with the way they're showing them, hey, the ball was right there. I don't know what you want,
Maybe the official blowing the ball dead. Premature whistle sometimes.
The defense for Iowa Colony is still out there. The offense still out there for Crosby, and I'm really not sure what you can say here.
That's interesting. Gotcha. Interesting.
We'll see.
Yeah, let them talk it over here, but you seen the weak side linebacker come in, make a play on the tailback.
I never saw a flag. I'm not entirely sure what really the conversation is. I don't know if it was blown dead, as you said, Gentry. I'm kind of at a loss. I'd love to see what they say, but I don't think Iowa Colony is going to like it very much. It looked like a touchdown for Kalen Simmons and the defense.
Yeah, it looked like it was just a great play there by the linebacker. Good hit, good physical play, great awareness by the outside player to get the ball and make a play. And it looks like Crosby's going to bring back out their offense, so it's going to be a second down here.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I'm not one to criticize the officials, but, I mean, we had a blown they blew it dead on a false an offsides, and then that's a textbook free play as a quarterback. You're taught from a young age. You throw the ball downfield and try to hit a home run on a offsides like that. I mean, that's as textbook as it gets. And then you blow it dead. I mean, if I'm Crosby, I'm upset about that. And if I'm Iowa Colony, I'm upset about this because I don't really know what is going on. I wish they would come over the microphone like they have the first couple of plays.
Yeah.
And you can see they're trying to talk this out with the Iowa Colony coaching staff, and I don't know that any explanation is going to suffice for them.
No, there's going to be no explanation, and if I'm head coach, you might want to just try to pull a Rasheed Wallace.
We had a fumble on White. We had a weighted verdict whistle. We're going to replay the down.
What?
Second down.
What?
Oh, wow.
So you had a fumble and then an inadvertent whistle after the fumble, and the fumble doesn't happen?
Yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting their decision here by the officials. That's an interesting decision.
At minimum, Iowa Colony should have possession. If you want to take off the touchdown, I'm fine with that. But unless the inadvertent whistle was during the play, which I don't think it was, I don't know. I didn't hear it.
That's right.
I feel like we have a pretty good, we can hear the We hear that whistle.
Yeah.
Everyone at home hears that whistle. I didn't hear it during the play, so I'm not sure how Crosby retains possession here, but we're replaying the down. It's 2nd and 8. I'm hot for him. I'm telling you.
I could not be the Iowa Colony coach right now.
Hand off to Sutherland, who plows into the defense for a gain of a yard or so. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
Tell you, but he was he looked pretty calm from up here, 3rd and 8 on the run. But Iowa Colony coach looked pretty calm from up here. He's just tell his guys next play, try to make a play again, and just chalk that one up. Just got to play next play.
If Crosby scored a touchdown here, my blood would be boiling.
Oh man!
I tell you what.
Yeah.
You can only control what you can control.
That's
so
right.
Iowa Colony still got to stop them. It's 3rd and long. Thing is, it's in their favor, but that is a huge swing. As we'll see what Robinson and company do. He's got an empty set here. Trips to the right, one to the left, and a tight end chipping on the right side.
Of the screen.
Robinson looking to pass, and he's going to fire it deep, and he hits Nehemiah Jordan, and he makes the catch. That is not what the doctor ordered for the Pioneers, and they are in Pioneer territory now at the 32.
Yeah, had a reload. Excuse me, not a reload, but the running back motion out. And just a simple post route there by Nehemiah Jordan. He put that one right on the money. What a dime for the quarterback, Lot Robinson.
Good throw and catch for Robinson and Jordan there. And he had double coverage and still able to get open there. Hand off to Sutherland. Sutherland, not a lot doing there.
They keep trying to go back to this counter run, but the guard is not. He's struggling. He's struggling getting out on that pull block, and it's causing for a lot of lost yards here on that running game. Not a lot, but he's just not getting out on that pull block.
I am questioning if Crosby will be able to run the ball between the tackles.
Yes.
I think if you get Sutherland out in space, he can make a guy miss. We've already seen that. But I don't know if they just keep plowing him into the back of the center if they're going to get any yards with him.
They're going to bring another one in the box.
Snap. This is going to be the end of the first quarter. Well, Gentry, Freedom Field is going to be called Freaky Freedom Field with the way the first 3 games have gone. We have seen everything under the sun, and it is 21-7 at the end of 1 here from Freedom Field. We'll be right back on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Our hands-on programs prepare you for high-value careers so you can forge your own path. Start your journey with ACC and step into your future today.
12 minutes on the clock for the start of the second quarter here at Freedom Field. Iowa Colony leads 21-7. Crosby has the ball. And Pioneer territory after one of the weirdest drives I've seen.
Yeah.
That's something I'll try not to talk about too much, but it's probably going to irk me a bit.
I mean, it takes a touchdown. Potentially, it took a touchdown off the board. It's one of those plays that, just go Iowa Colony's way, unfortunately. And the defense just going to have to bow up and make a play here.
You hear people gripe and you say, oh, we would have did this, we would have done that, we would have wanted this to happen. Instead of the score being 28-7, it could be 21-14 here. That is a 14-point swing if Crosby scores on this drive. A touchdown. Pretty frustrating, but looking to pass is Robinson. And Robinson, he's sacked. He's going to go down. Big sack there from Jordan Lockhart, junior linebacker. That drives Robinson back for a big loss.
Yeah, Robinson that time, it looked like his feet got unsettled as the pocket started to collapse there, and Robinson just came in there and make a play. Lockett came in there and got the sack. What a big-time defensive play here by Iowa Colony. Way to answer.
Robinson had to avoid getting sacked by Jackson O'Quinn, and then Lockhart was there to clean up. And it's going to be 3rd and long. We're going to pass Robinson. He throws a quick screen out there to Nehemiah Jordan, who's been their star receiver. He's dancing around and gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and it should be 4th and 10 from the 32.
Yeah, they're trying to get Nehemiah Robinson the ball out in space, get those big boys to tunneling out for him on a tunnel screen, but just couldn't get out there on the perimeter to make a play. So it's going to bring up, 4th and 10 here, so they go keep their offense on the field.
Clock under 11 minutes here in the second quarter. And we'll see a big 4th down here, and they are trying to signal there was a false start. Now the flag flies after a lot of finger pointing.
Yeah, you got to point the finger as a defensive lineman when you see somebody jump.
Dead ball. False start. White, 61. 5 yards. Repeat, 4th down.
I used to be the biggest tattletale on the D-line.
I can imagine. Yeah, I can't blame you, brother. I can't blame you. It's going to be 4th and 15 from the Pioneer 37. And I think really inside the 40, 45, you're going to go for it on 4th down because it just doesn't make a lot of sense to punt and maybe get 17 yards difference. But 4th and 15 is pretty tough, and we'll see if Iowa Colony can stop them and get the ball back here.
Definitely going to try to get Nehemiah to Jordan the ball. Looks like Iowa Colony is going to have one-on-one coverage here at the top of your screen.
But now Crosby's going to punt with Robinson backed up, and he just kicks a line drive, and it's actually going to be fielded for some reason, and he falls down immediately. I believe that was Jeremy Garner the second who just picked up that punt, and a little risky play.
Yeah, he's trying to make a play. I don't blame the young man. The coach is probably going to let him know something in film study, but the young man is just trying to make a play for his ball club as he comes over to the sideline, and coach is going to talk to him a little bit.
Might would have wanted him to let that one go, but who knows? They might want, aggressive athletes to try to make a play, and we'll see Iowa Colony take over at the 20. That net punt just 17 yards. That's what we were thinking. Hand off to Tenor, and Tenor made a guy miss, made 2 guys miss, and now slung out of bounds at the 20.
Wow.
The longest 0-yard run I've ever seen.
It's like he kept, getting guys up off of him, but he kept going the wrong direction as the guys was missing. They had an opportunity to get him in the backfield. Number 0, Jeffrey Cornette, Corrette, just couldn't bring him down.
He hit him immediately.
Yeah.
He actually loses a yard on all that. Somehow I thought at least forward progress would get him up to the 21 or the 22, but somehow a loss of a yard moves him back to the 19. I mean, he got driven backwards. I didn't think he went backwards voluntarily, but 2nd and 11 from the 19, trips to the right side.
Stack motion, Ohio State playbook.
White throws a deep ball looking for Warren, and it bounces in the air. The flag flies. Looks like they're going to call pass interference. I want to say that was Joshua Jackson in coverage, but I could be wrong on the number there.
Yeah, Joshua Jackson that time just trying to make a play, break up the ball, and just the get off, the take off.
Pass interference. White, number 2, 15 yards.
From Warren, and the ball hit him in his hands, but pass interference caused the incompletion that time.
He said it was a 15-yard penalty, but they were at the 19, which would put him at the 34.
Yep.
And the ball is spotted at the 45.
Is that a spot foul now?
Well, looked like the foul happened at the 40 on the other side, so I'm very confused. I couldn't tell you. That looked like, I think he was on the other side of midfield, so if it's a spot foul, then why is it going to be, okay, now we're going to put it at the 34. That's where it's supposed to be on a 15-yard penalty from the 19. It's early in the season.
Yeah, it's early in the season. The officials, they're working out the kinks, just like the players. Everyone's just trying to work through it here and early on.
Us too.
That's right. That's right.
Not trying to be too critical, just some things that I'm a little curious about from time to time that, maybe it's just my lack of understanding, but every now and then you see something you've never seen before and you come up questioning as White throws it to Tenor in the backfield and made a guy miss, and he's pushed out of bounds after a pickup of a couple. Some late pushing and shoving there as one of the Pioneers was mixing it up with Javion Powell.
Yeah, halfback swing route here, and you see him making a couple guys miss, and you go see here coming in late. Just a little extracurricular activity, unfortunately.
Yeah, Javion Powell and Ian Hill were on that block. They were engaged, and that was the key block on the edge. And then Powell just kept blocking and shoving and trying to get off of Hill. And even well after the play was over, he throws Hill to the ground. And now we're seeing some players huddled up around Hill. Good to see him up on his feet. He's a key player on this offense. Surprised no flag, but they're letting him play.
Yeah, they're letting him play. They're letting him play tonight. It's been a pretty physical game, especially just right there in the trenches. Both of these offensive and defensive lines have done a good job of just being physical at the point of contact. Both of these teams are going to be a problem throughout the year from no matter who they face.
It's going to be 2nd and 7 here from the 37.5. Two receivers on each side, and Tenner on the right hip of White. And he's got pressure at his face. He drops it to Tenner, and Tenner doesn't get much. So he got hit there. Looked like it was Sir Swallow.
Yeah, Sir Swallow, great open field tackle. And you also seen a free blitzer. Adam Sloan just come in there untouched. Great job dialing up the delayed blitz here by the Cougars defensive coordinator, and they caught Iowa Colony off guard.
It's going to be 3rd and 5. Ball at the 39, need to get to the 44. You'll notice as this game goes on, they don't really give Tenner a break. Every other team you watch, they cycle in a couple of running backs. At least the backup gets in. Like Manville last night was using 3 running backs.
That's right.
They were rotating like every carry. Tenner gets every carry. White looking to pass, firing a deep ball, looking for Warren. And Warren goes up, and it's picked off. Wow. Coming out of there is Joshua Jackson. He's running left side. He's got room to run, and now he's up into that midfield. The ball bounced off of Warren and hung up in the air long enough for Jackson to track it down.
Yeah, great hands there by Joshua Jackson. Able to get his hands on that one, and great defense by the Crosby Cougars. It forced the quarterback to hold the ball longer than he wanted to. I felt like he forced that one into double coverage, and Crosby was able to come away and make a play.
I think White and Warren are used to really just doing whatever they want.
That's right. Yeah, Crosby's a good football team year in and year out. They have their up and downs, but this is going to be a good test here for Iowa Colony.
Ball at the 48. Crosby 2 yards beyond midfield. See Robinson go to work. He tries to motion a man over who wasn't looking at him, and he'll fake the handoff and looking to fire it deep and looking for Nehemiah Jordan, and he overthrows him. I think Nehemiah Jordan's his favorite target.
Yeah, he definitely. They love getting the ball to Nehemiah Jordan. He's an explosive playmaker there on the perimeter, and they continue to run these jet sweep motions just to get the eyes of the safety, to slow him down a little bit, and then they send a crossing route across his face, and they just trying to utilize that split second to get their wide receiver Nehemiah Jordan wide open.
2nd and 10. Try to get him to jump off sides, and now Robinson looking to pass. Oh, he's got to scramble for his life. He flings it up and out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 10. It looked like his O-line kind of gave way to the D-line and let him go after their quarterback.
Yeah, they had a screenplay drew up that time, and looks like the running back got tripped up or wasn't in the right spot at the right time, and it threw off the timing. Anytime a screenplay as an offensive lineman, you want to let the defense in free so you could get up to the second level and just create a outlet for your tailback, but just couldn't execute there for the Cougars, and a huge 3rd down here in the second quarter.
Play clock nearing 10 seconds here on 3rd and 10. Trips to the right. Sutherland on the left hip of Robinson. Play clock at 4. Robinson looking to pass. Oh, he steps up. He avoids a couple of guys, and he fires one deep looking for Nehemiah Jordan. And Jordan, did he catch that? What a grab through double coverage. This kid is great.
I tell you what, this is a battle of the wide receivers out here tonight. You got Nehemiah Jordan trying to make a name for himself. What a catch. What a throw. Look at this throw here. He put that one right on the money between 2 defenders. Just able to come down with it. Great ball skills.
Unbelievable catch by Nehemiah Jordan over Kalen Simmons and Macario Brackens. And he threw that on the run.
Yeah.
Not even off his back foot. didn't really step into that one, just kind of threw it in motion, and a fantastic throw and catch there. How about Lott Robinson and Nehemiah Jordan giving the Cougars some life here. Move Sutherland over, and a flag. It's going to be, what, delay a game or a false start?
That's play clock's down at 0.
Dead ball.
Yep.
Delay a game on the offense. 5 yards. Repeat. First down.
Makes it a little tougher. First and goal from the 7 now instead of the 2.
Yeah, unfortunate penalty here by the Crosby Cougars. Like to see him try to punch it in, and you know, as the game continues on, that 6-point scoop and score, allegedly, you know, gonna see how much of a factor it makes here, because Crosby's gonna make this a game. You know, as you know, Evan, I went to see King. This is our biggest rival. They're going to be good. They're going to be tough. They're going to be physical.
White called a timeout before the time expired.
So they'll move it back to the 2?
Yes, the ball should go back to the 2.
So Crosby now only has 1 timeout. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think the Iowa Colony coaching staff is happy with the officiating that has occurred so far. That is not something that they're going to enjoy, and they were about to snap the ball with one of the officials over here talking face-to-face with Coach Garza.
Yeah, I don't blame Coach Garza, because the official threw the flag. I seen the play clock down to 0.
Our Colony will make a substitution, but
you know, this gives Iowa Colony the opportunity to just you know, be prepared for situations that can arise come postseason. You might go to Austin, you might go to Dallas, and situations like this may arise where you might have to overcome some adversity. So this is a good opportunity a learning opportunity for Iowa Colony.
And Robinson rolling right, and he's going to try to throw it, and
good coverage.
That was nearly picked, I think.
Iowa Colony.
Looking for Luke Wheeler.
Their DBs are sticky. I always hear D'Amico Ryans when you talk about the defensive backs just being sticky. That time, Iowa Colony, both defensive backs, number 2, Darren Brown, and I can't see the other number up from here, but they were just very sticky in coverage, didn't allow any passing lanes, and nearly got their interception there, Evan.
That was nearly picked off, but somehow it still hit Wheeler in the chest. A dangerous throw. And Crosby kind of bailed out there. Second and goal still from the 2, and now they're just going to hand it off to Sutherland. And like I said, they can't really run it up the middle tonight. Driven backwards, and they'll probably say no gain.
Yeah, man, I like big number 0. Daniel Sweeney. This kid here, he's taking on double teams and just forcing guys back and pushing people away, being physical.
Big fella in the middle there. Big play, and it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2. And how excited would Iowa Colony be if they could get a stop here?
Yeah, that'd be game-changing. This is a huge opportunity to get a stop here for Iowa Colony. This defensive front, led by Daniel Sweeney, is very impressive.
Robinson in the shotgun, and he'll roll right again. Looking to pass, has a man, and did he make the catch? No, the ball pops out. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 2. They had 1st and goal from the 2. Did not get the penalty that moved them back to the 7. They got a timeout off instead, and now it's going to be 4th and goal from the 2, and we'll see if they kick a field goal.
Yeah, great pass break up here by Kanani Watts, just being physical. As soon as the wide receiver caught the ball, he came in there and made a play. And Evan, this defense here for Iowa Colony is special.
This is going to be Reed Patterson to kick. You surprised they're kicking the field goal here?
Yeah, I'm surprised. You're right here at the 2. And I know you've been having trouble running the ball up the middle, but you've done a good job in some RPOs and different plays that can get guys open in open space. But
they barely got it off. There was 1 second on the play clock, and it's going to be 21-10.
5 minutes, 51 seconds remaining in the half.
Iowa Colony leads here with 5:51 to go. We'll be right back on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
You've got a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care, personalized orthopedics, and the latest cancer treatments in one manageable system. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
.551 to go in the second quarter. Iowa Colony leads 21-10. And don't think they're going to kick it to Jaden Warren this time.
No way. There's no way you kick it back to Jay Warren again. I'm pretty sure head coach over there is just letting this kicker know, whatever you do, don't kick it to 81. You could kick it to anybody else. You could kick it out of bounds. Just don't kick it to Warren.
Oh, man. He doesn't need a whole lot to take it to the house. Just using his athleticism.
And I'm just excited for this young man. I recently just started liking the Houston Cougars, just what they're building, and to see him, Kayshawn Henderson, and some other players just from the Houston area commit to the University of Houston and try to, keep the talent here and make that program special and what it can be. I'm very excited for once those young men get on campus at TDCU Stadium.
Catch is made at the 17 on the kickoff, and a little bit of a gap there and a nice little spin move. I believe that was Jeremy Garner with the return, a nice little return. And, I got to tell you, Gentry, I'm a fan of Houston area guys, high school stars going to U of H.
That's right.
I want to keep some of that talent in this area. There's really not a lot of other places where a bona fide stud is going to go. You see some 3 stars and stuff going to Rice, and good for Rice. But I want to see the guys stay here in town. I want to go watch Warren play next year.
Oh, yes. Man, U of H is going to be a problem next year. They're building something special down there off of Waco Street.
White will hand off. No, he's going to keep it himself, and he just fires it to Warren, and Warren gets one block and makes a guy miss, and Warren will fall forward. Made a couple of guys miss and picked up about 5 or 6 yards.
Just ability to make guys miss. Nice RPO read there. Actually, RPO screen, and they got it out to Warren. Great blocking. I love seeing wide receivers being physical on the perimeter, blocking guys, pushing them to the sidelines. He's going to get a helmet sticker for that one.
That's a pretty sure way to see the field if you're a wide receiver who can block. Hand off up the middle of the tenor and sandwich. Yep, they throw the flag. You called it, Gentry, the face mask on tenor there. Or no, that was not tenor. Wow. That was Denham Barnes. I haven't seen him since last year in the playoffs. And
yeah.
There's Barnes. Another one of those not really, really big backs, but.
Personal foul, face mask on White, 91, 15 yards. First down.
Flag is on 91 White, which is not on the roster. So I don't know if it's actually 91 or 94 or what. I don't even see a 91.
I don't see a 91 either. But yeah, great, good field position here. See if Iowa Colony take advantage of that penalty.
1st and 10 from the Cougars 42, and it's going to go to Denham Barnes going left side, and Barnes gets around the edge, and he's just going to lower his shoulder and get cut down at the 31. Like I was saying, Tanner, Barnes kind of cut from that same cloth. They're not big backs, but they're quick.
And just from up here, I mean, the young man, I'm pretty sure he's a pretty strong young man, but he just doesn't look like the biggest guy in the world. You see him stiff arming, running guys over. That's just all heart. And I love to see that from the smaller backs. It's becoming a problem out there.
1st and 10 from the 31. And they'll go back to Barnes again, feed him, and he slips. Looks like only a yard or two before he fell down.
Yeah, Turf Monster always, he's going to come up one time a game and get somebody, but just couldn't get his foot in there. And there was an alley for him to cut up and make a play, but these tailbacks, they run so hard here for Iowa Colony. You can just tell the way their coaches is to lower their shoulders, run behind their pads, and be physical.
Barnes too quick. He juked himself out there and just moving a little faster than his feet would let him. 2nd down and 8 from the 29, and White looking to pass, looking over the middle, and now he's going to get sandwiched between a couple of Cougars and go down for a sack. This will be a loss of 7.
Yeah, that was a coverage sack there. Great coverage again by the Cougars. They do a good job of jamming these Iowa Colony receivers at the line of scrimmage. And not only that, but they do a good job of covering them once they get past that 5 yards. There's not too much separation so far here in the first half. We've seen Warren get loose a couple times, but a great sticky coverage here by the Cougars.
Looked like it was Carter Matthews and maybe Jeffrey Curette on that sack. And White's going to roll out right and looking for somewhere to go with it. He drops it just low, looking for Ian Hill, and it's going to be 4th and long. It's going to be 4th and 16, in fact. See if they go for it. 3:20 to go here in the second quarter. We saw a very similar situation there at the 36. Crosby had it at the 37, and they ultimately punted. So I don't know if they'll have White punt or they'll just,
It's battlefield position so far, but I like what Iowa Colony offense has done, and they're gonna push kick this.
Nearly blocked. Looks like a decent punt though, and it's gonna bounce and go into the end zone. A little more backspin, and they probably could have downed that inside the 5, but it's gonna be a touchback, and so it's a 16-yard net punt there.
Yeah, great job, great punt by the quarterback as well. Like you say, Evan, I know he probably want to put a little bit more backspin on it, but, he doesn't really spend too much time kicking the football. He's more of a thrower of the football, so you can't blame the young man. That was a pretty good punt. See if the defense here could get you the ball back. We got, 3:12 left. There's a 2-minute warning.
Yep, 2-minute timeout.
There's a two-minute timeout, so you probably have an opportunity to get the ball back here. Just play defense. Your defense has been playing well so far.
Pretty sure that's new.
Yeah, it's new this year. It threw me off. The first. My first game was yesterday, and that threw me off.
I grew up primarily watching NFL, and I was shocked even the first time I didn't know there was a 2-minute timeout in college. Here's a handoff up the middle. And then when I got to high school, I'm like, where's the 2-minute timeout?
That's right.
Now they have it, so we're like even across the board.
Yeah, it's definitely something that, it gives the coaches the opportunity, the game plan around it. And I think it's a great addition to the high school game.
I agree. Big believer in 2-minute timeouts here. 2nd and 7 from the 23-yard line. Robinson with the fake snap and go up to the line and try to get a play.
Okay.
Clock running around 2.5 minutes to go. And he's going to roll out right and has a man wide open. I think that's Wheeler. Luke Wheeler, the senior receiver and defensive back there.
I think you're supposed to have 3 guys lined up on a line of scrimmage, but they only had 2 there for Crosby. But good throw, good catch from the Cougars.
It's going to be 3rd and 1. It looks like a very short 3rd down. Clock stops at 2:25 with him going out of bounds. More of a tight formation here. Nobody out wide. They can run, but there's 3, 2, 1, and they'll hand it off. And, not a lot of room, but I think he picked it up. He needed 1. He got 2.
Yeah, just enough there. Good push there that time by the offensive line. They got just enough push to allow the tailback, to Zion Southern to pick up the first down there. As we're getting very close to the 2-minute warning. And that was a very unique formation, tight, very compressed formation. And it worked out for him.
Clock around the 2-minute timeout. I don't think they'll snap it again before the timeout. 21-10, Iowa Colony has the lead here at the 2-minute timeout mark for Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
2 minutes.
We'll be right back.
Timeout.
You've got a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care, personalized orthopedics, and the latest cancer treatments in one manageable system. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine. You've got...
2 minutes left in this exciting first half. Iowa Colony leads by 11 points, but Crosby has the ball. They do have a timeout of their own. Iowa Colony has all 3 left. The ball is at the 32 of Crosby.
I like to see Crosby, play with a little bit more sense of urgency. I know they was really just playing a 2-minute warning, see if they could pick up a first down, get their offensive lineman firing off, being physical. But see if Crosby play with a little bit more sense of urgency here in the last 2 minutes of this first half.
I think we're ready to go now here in just a moment as the officials get set. First and 10 from the 32. And Robinson looking to pass. Pump fake, and he's going to go down. Sacked.
Yeah, that was Lewis Johnson. At the last second, he came in on a delayed blitz. The linebacker showed pressure at first, and then they dropped back in the zone coverage, and then you see Johnson come in on a delayed blitz and able to get the sack, and that just confused the offensive lineman because the offensive lineman, you're doing your counts and your assignments pre-snap, and great adjustment by Iowa Colony.
2nd and 18, and Robinson rolling right, looking for somewhere to throw it. He fires it up and out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd and 18, and the clock will stop at 1:23. And I think if he gets tackled in bounds, if you're Iowa Colony, maybe you use one of your timeouts here. You get it back with over a minute to go and 2 timeouts. Probably at least on your own 40 or closer.
That's right.
If they can get a stop here on 3rd and 18. Ball's at the 22 of Crosby.
I like how Iowa Colony doing a good job of just mixing up the looks here, just trying to show different pictures to the quarterback. Lot Robinson not showing him the same picture. They start off early on in zone cover. Man coverage. Now they're in zone. Now they're doing delayed blitzes.
Trips left, and Robinson looking to pass, and he fires one up, and wow, almost brought in for a first down by Wheeler. It worked out. It just couldn't make the catch. And now Iowa Colony will get it back. They don't have to use a timeout. It's going to be 1:17 left. They'll have 3 timeouts. A good chance to score again.
Yeah, anytime you got 81 going back to get the opportunity to touch the football, you have an opportunity to score here. And that was a nice post route. They've been having a lot of success with the post route. Corner route for Crosby. It's been giving Iowa Colony some trouble here tonight so far, and that's about the 3rd time I've seen the wide receiver get open on that corner route.
1:17 in a precarious situation for Crosby, because if you kick it to Warren, 50-50 chance, as we said, and if you kick it out of bounds, you risk not having great field position as it's nearly blocked. They do kick it to Warren, but there's not really anything for him to do with it as they had good coverage, and it takes a great roll down to the 33. So that worked out pretty well for Crosby. 1:04 on the clock, but Iowa Colony has all 3 timeouts. Not sure the range of their kicker. I think last year they had a different kicker, and he had some pretty good range.
I remember him at NRG. He was.
What they kick, like a 50-yarder or something?
It was pretty. It was impressive. I think it was like a 48, 47, somewhere around there.
They sent him out there a couple of times as well to attempt some kicks that were pretty lengthy. Trips to the left and 1 to the right. See what they dial up here in a 1-minute drill. White all day, and he finds a man wide open. Oh, and he bobbles it, and then he's sandwiched. His helmet comes off, and he's down at the 49, and they're going to have to take a timeout as his helmet popped off. He made the catch, and they'll get a first down, but definitely the concern is on the receiver there. I believe that was Christian Mensah, number 9, and hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, I hope the young man is okay. Took a big shot there, and that's hopefully he's okay. And that was a good play there by Iowa Colony. But right now, our main concern is with the young man on the field.
Hopefully he is okay. Anytime you get hit and you don't have a helmet on, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Definitely wishing the best for him, and hopefully he somehow came out of that unscathed. It looked like even the Crosby players kind of backed up off of him once they saw his helmet was popped. So
yeah, that was great sportsmanship there by Crosby. Just realizing the situation. No one. Football is a physical game, but at the same time, you're not trying to hurt anybody. Everybody's out there trying to have fun and pass time. But there he is.
Good to see him up. That was Mensah with the big catch. Gain of 16, and the most important thing is he is making his way off the field. Great to see for Iowa Colony and everybody here in the stadium tonight. 54 seconds on the clock. They're across midfield. As it currently stands, they got 3 timeouts. And we'll see if they snap it pretty quick here. Once the clock starts rolling, they do. Snap it within 3 seconds, and White looking to pass, and he fires a deep ball looking for a man, goes up and gets it and goes out of bounds. A nice grab. How about the catch there from Jeremy Garner the second?
Nice catch there. Also, nice route. It was a rub route. He went to the outside, and he was able to get up to the sideline, and the outside receiver ran a slant, and that's how he was able to spring forward there on the sidelines for a nice grab and a huge first down for Iowa Colony.
Garner, a defensive back, also plays wide receiver, but I think he came in for Mensa after that injury.
Yeah.
And makes an immediate impact, showing off his athleticism, which we've seen already on display. 43 seconds, and White's going to roll out right, and he's just going to try to dump it off. He has a man, and he'll be tackled out of bounds. It's Ian Hill. Another gain, this time of 9 yards up to the 12-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Anytime they get the ball in the left hash mark, so far Iowa Colony has been calling this sprint out to the right side to the strong arm, other quarterback, and just trying to get their wide receivers on these quick out routes that helps you beat man coverage, which Crosby has ran about 80% of the time so far tonight.
The receiver all the way to the right side doesn't have anybody on him. We'll see if they, now they sprint somebody out there. And White looking to pass, and they blow it dead. I don't know. They say it was a Crosby timeout, so that's their final timeout. They didn't have anybody on the receiver all the way to the right, which was Denham Barnes, I believe.
Timeout, White.
Yeah, that was definitely some miscommunication, confusion there by the Crosby secondary. It looked like they was having trouble getting the signals in for the defense, and caused a little confusion there.
37 seconds to go. Iowa Colony leads 21-10. Halftime coming up in a short amount of time. But I don't mind using a timeout there. I think might have saved a touchdown.
Yeah, definitely. It could have potentially saved a touchdown, and just, now you get an opportunity to talk to your defense, settle the guys down. They didn't have, 2 big explosive plays just happen. So, get them to the sideline, settle them down, talk to them. Like, hey, guys, just hunker down right here, make a play. Try to limit them to 3 and not give up a touchdown.
How about the execution from Iowa Colony? In 27 seconds, they managed to make it all the way to the 12-yard line, and they didn't even use a timeout.
That's impressive. Yeah, this is a very fun offense to watch. And
I'm looking for Jaden Warren here. I think they got too many weapons and, a lot for Crosby to key in on. But anytime you're looking for Warren, that's a good thing. But they go to the end zone, and they got
wow.
Tenor on what looked like a wheel route.
Yeah.
A 12-yard touchdown catch. White's got another touchdown, and it's 27-10 Iowa Colony.
That was a mesh wheel route. Great call there, Evan, noticing the wheel route there. And what a great ball there by the quarterback, putting it right on the dime. And just the play calling of offensive coordinator Greg Bennett here of Iowa Colony. He's done a great job calling this first half and putting his players in positions to make a play.
27-10. We'll see the extra point coming here from Vasquez. And the kick is up, and it is good. 28-10. 32 seconds on the clock, and the 12-yard touchdown from White to Tenor. You see there, Tenor was wide open. Man, he's quick, too. Sneaking behind the defense.
This is going to be a tough team, man. This is, I'm just thinking of all the 5A teams, P&G and just Iowa Colony is going to be a handful for anybody to match up against.
I think the 3 best teams in the state last year in 5A were Iowa Colony, Randall, and South Oak Cliff at that
South Oak Cliff
at that level. And we saw Randall win it over South Oak Cliff in Jerry World. I was there for that one.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a fantastic game. But I did not see the Randall-Iowa Colony game here where they won 30-10. But the game at NRG was a fantastic game.
Yes.
And I think it was clear that whoever was going to come out of there was going to have a really good chance to win a championship, and they did. And I think it's the same thing this year. Landon Williams-Callis is a stud down at Randall.
Yes.
And Iowa Colony looks fantastic. I don't think they've lost a ton of guys. I think they've lost a few guys. But I mean, Carson White is back. Jaden Warren is back. Aaron Tenor's back. got some big contributions from some of these guys on the defense.
Yeah,
This is a good team.
South Oak Cliff shocked the Houston area. They knocked off North Shore week 1.
That was like the biggest surprise,
Yeah,
I think, because you don't see 5A teams beat North Shore. I mean,
I was stunned when I seen that final score.
must be a down year for North Shore is all I can think seeing that.
Yes.
And we'll see this bounces in front of Nehemiah Jordan. Didn't have a whole lot of room to go, and he goes out of bounds.
Why did he go out of
I think he had a little bit of room.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, that's what he saw. I from up here, Evan, it looked like he could have made a play. Interesting.
He's been a little hesitant. I mean, he's made some amazing plays in the passing game, but he's been a little hesitant on the kickoff.
Yeah, and that's the one thing is you can't allow one play to shake your confidence. They might get you on a play. You might, make a wrong read on the play, but never let that last play affect the next play, because that right there, with his speed and athleticism, he could have probably got him to midfield or even a touchdown. There was nobody he made a decision to go out of bounds.
28 seconds left, ball to 21. I don't think we'll see a whole lot from Crosby here. They don't have any timeouts. We'll see what they do with Robinson in the empty set. Maybe looking for a home run ball as he fires it over the middle, and they do hit a guy. It looks like Wheeler. Wheeler is sandwiched at the 27. Not a first down. The clock will continue to roll, and we might see one more play.
Yeah, if I'm Iowa Colony, I'm just dropping everybody back.
Doesn't look like they are, but clock at 7-6. Robinson looking to pass, just dumps it off, and he hits a man. He's wrapped up immediately, a loss, and that's going to do it for the first half. 28-10, Iowa Colony leads going into the half. Real quick, Gentry, give me your thoughts on the first half.
Just a lot of explosive playmakers here on Iowa Colony. They do a good job of mixing up their coverages. Mixing up their play calling on the offensive end. And the defense here for Iowa Colony, I've been very impressed with Daniel Sweeney. This is a very impressive group. And as far as Crosby, I felt like they played a decent first half. They're just going against a juggernaut here in Iowa Colony. I wouldn't hang my head too low right now if I'm the Cougars.
28-10 at the half. We'll be back for the start of the third quarter here on Legacy Sports Network and Alvin Sports Network.
And now we proudly present for your halftime entertainment, the stars of the gridiron, your shining, spectacular, award-winning Crosby High School Cougar Stars. Your Cougar Star dance officers are Junior Lieutenant Cadence Powell, Junior Lieutenant Katie Nicholson, Senior Lieutenant Sherlyn Hernandez, Lieutenant Colonel Savannah Davila, and your 25-26 Colonel is Miss Eileen Martinez. Cougar Star social officers are Junior Chairman Claire Chesser, Junior Chairman Emma Cook, Junior Chairman Kaylin Lowe, Junior Chairman Maylin Tovar, Senior Chairman L. Parker, and President is Miss Haley Johns. Your Cougar Star of the Week is Emma Cook. The Cougar Stars are under the direction of Miss Jennifer Godoy and Miss Amy Aloma. Please put your hands together and welcome them to the field.
Good evening, parents, friends, Crosby and Iowa Colony community members. Now taking the field is the Crosby High School Marching Big Red Machine. Directors of the band are Kevin Knight and Zachary Sanchez. The drum major is Peyton Abernathy. This week, the section of the week is the flutes. Student of the week is Bryson Bailey and Grace Washington. Tonight, the band will perform a portion of their 2025 UIL halftime production. Every week, we will add more to our show as we learn and strive for perfection. This is Henry Fillmore's The Claxon March and the well-known patriotic fanfare, Battle Hymn of the Republic. Enjoy the performance. Great job, Cougar Stars and Big Red Machine. The band also wishes to thank the Crosby ISD School Board, administration, faculty, staff, parents, and our Crosby community for your support. Together, we make a great team. Go Cougs!
gentlemen, join me in welcoming the Iowa Colony Legends. The Legends are under the direction of Brittany Lane and Tiffany Minix. The Legends are led onto the field by Colonel Giselle Burdick, Lieutenant Colonel Vivian Aguillon, Junior Lieutenant Mercedes Leal. The social committee members are Leticia Alquacira, Dylan Johnson, and Kate Morton. Legend of the Week is Kinsley Smith. Spirit Girl of the Week is Raven Valerie. And Miss High Kick is Aileen Gonzalez. The Legends would like to thank our Teacher of the Week, Mr. Jay McLeland, for his dedication to the pioneer spirit. And now, prepare to be entertained with an energetic high kick routine to Walk the Moon's popular hit, Shut Up and Dance. And now, introducing Alvin ISD's Iowa Colony High School Pioneer Band and Guard. Drum majors for the Pioneer Band are Hillary Nietes-Guerin and Kaylin Lewis. Tonight, we will perform the first movement of our 2025 UIL program entitled The Golden Ladder. Music includes Golden Hour by Jake. We hope you enjoy the show. directors for the Iowa Colony Band are Kyle Wynn, Tyler Burkham, Meredith DeLeon, and Zachary DeCanter. Color guard director is Tatiana Higgins. Staff include Sarah Oba, Marcella Tejada, Lily Rose, and Brian McGabe. This week's section of the week is the tubas.
Now entering the field for the second half, the Crosby Cougars.
Welcome back into Freedom Field. 28-10, Iowa Colony leads after one half. The start of the second half about to get underway. Evan Geiger and Gentry Williams for Legacy Sports Network and Alvin Sports Network. Gentry, give me your thoughts on that first half.
Just a great half so far by Iowa Colony. Big time special player Jaden Warren. That kick return really changed the dynamic of the football game, and also just the punt block, just all the different turnovers that Iowa Colony was able to capitalize on. And as far as Crosby, they haven't had any success running the football up the middle. That is something that they built their offense around, is just running the ball up the middle, and then off of that, going to play action. But they just struggle with it so far. So it's going to be an interesting second half. They're down by 18 points, and Crosby's going to come out, get the ball. Got to get things rolling.
Well said, Gentry. It should be a very exciting second half. We'll see if Crosby can kind of fight back a little bit and make it a little closer. You can get connected with the Legacy Sports Network by checking out our social media pages. You can find us on Facebook at LSN Sports. We're on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Legacy Sports Net. And on Instagram, we are Legacy Sports Network. Legacy Sports Network, we're building a legacy one game at a time. Legacy Sports Network, we're the broadcast home for Houston High School athletics since 2008. So we'll see players make their way onto the field. See the Pioneers kick it away. We talked a little bit in the first half about Nehemiah Jordan and his sort of hesitancy on the kickoff. And I think you said he had a play earlier maybe where he just kind of went out of bounds. He had maybe some room to run, some fair catches. He's an athlete. I mean, we've seen it.
Yeah, he's a terrific athlete. Anytime you can get behind the Pioneer defense, the secondary, you're definitely a special talent on the perimeter. He just got to regain his confidence. Yes, that first kickoff return, the way he tried to return it wasn't very successful, but you're a playmaker. Believe in your ability. Don't start doubting yourself. Come out here and just try to make a play.
Top Dog Fireworks kickoff here to open the third quarter. And Vasquez kicks it deep, and it goes to Nehemiah Jordan, who fields it at the 80. He's going to run right side. Little hesitancy again, and nowhere to go. He's pushed out at the 15. Just a little hesitant.
Yeah, he's going to have to shake that off, man. He's a good football player. Just get in there, be physical. You know, bring the blow. Don't always try to be on the receiving end or going out of bounds. Just bring the physicality. I've seen him do it a couple times so far this game. No need to, he has the ability to make plays in the opportunity.
Trying to see what the call is. Looks like
false start. Kicking team. 5 yard, free kick.
Oh, false start on a kickoff. 11:54 to go, and we'll re-kick it. Thank you, Gentry, and of course both bands for providing a great show during the Mr. Electric halftime show.
Oh, yeah.
Check out Mr. Electric. They've got the power to make things better. All right, so they'll put it at the 35. And we'll see if Nehemiah Jordan or Joshua Jackson, they keep kicking it to Jordan.
Yeah,
every time. I don't think Jackson has seen it in the kickoff game.
Trying to think of a way I could phrase this. They smell blood in the water. That's the best way I could put it. And Jordan, he's a heck of an athlete. Just bring that physicality, run strong, run behind your pads, and you'll be okay.
And Iowa Colony's done a great job on the coverage on those kickoffs. And once again, it looks like they're going to go to Jordan. This time he'll field it at the 6, and he'll fair catch it. He returned the last one, but it didn't count. Didn't have a great return, and this time he fair catches it. And how much you think is that's Jordan's decision? How much you think is coaching staff telling him to fair catch it?
It's probably a collaboration of both. What he's hearing from the coaches, and also him being inside of his head. And, he's a great wide receiver. He's made some plays on the perimeter, and he probably wants to showcase that on the offensive end. But he has the ability to make a play on kickoff return, and, that's the second opportunity, especially when you get a 5-yard advantage that, he could have easily got that probably to like the 27, 28-yard line with his speed and athleticism. But here's an opportunity here on 1st and 10 to make a play out on the perimeter.
We'll see some motion here after the initial setup with Robinson. And he's going to hand it off going left side to Sutherland. And nowhere to go. Great job sealing the edge by Kalen Simmons.
Kalen Simmons did a great job just scraping and reading and reacting, coming downhill, making a play in the backfield. Just watch him read, scrape, get to the outside of the tackle, boom, hit, get him down on the ground. That's just good technique there by Simmons.
Simmons, the player who had that touchdown on defense that wasn't a touchdown.
Yeah, man. So. I know. He wants that one back. He's going to get an opportunity. I really believe in the Rasheed Wallace rule. Ball don't lie. He's going to get another opportunity.
2nd and 12. Robinson fakes the handoff, looking to pass it. He's got pressure coming from behind, and he drops it off the hands of Wheeler. Wheeler could have had a pretty big gain there with an accurate throw, but some pressure coming. I think that was Jackson O'Quinn coming from behind.
Yeah, Jackson O'Quinn able to get to him from the backside pursuit. But good job again by Lot Robinson, stepping in the pocket and just feeling the pressure. You see a lot of quarterbacks who just doesn't do a good job of feeling that backside pressure. But Robinson, he felt it, tried to come out to the outside, make a play, and he's continuing to go to one of his favorite targets, Luke Wheeler. Just that time couldn't connect.
Another 3rd and long. It's 3rd and 12 this time. And I got to say, Gentry, I think Iowa Colley's done a fantastic job on defense. The only mistake was the touchdown to Jordan, which was just a missed tackle. Oh, and a bad snap, and Robinson's going to run and try to pick it up, and now he's going to throw it, and somehow he it was dropped. He almost completed a pass off of that to Carson Parker, but Parker unable to make the catch.
I don't know how he got his eyes up that quick to look downfield and quickly make a decision.
Hit him in the chest.
Hit him right in the chest, and an accurate football. Look at it, just off his right fingertips. Gets his eyes up quick, steps up in the pocket, and able to make a quick decision, accurate throw.
Oof.
And just couldn't complete the pass there. Unfortunate circumstance here for Crosby, and here comes that bad man, Jaden Warren, back on the field.
Carson Parker is got to make that catch.
That's tough.
If your quarterback balls out like that and makes a play, you got to reward him with at least making the catch, and that's tough for Crosby, as you said. Warren and Garner, the second back to return. See who they punted to. Looks like they'll go to Garner the second, and they let it bounce. Garner the second picks it up on a bounce, and he's got a nice little return down to the 46.
Blocking it back.
There is a flag, all the way on that far sideline.
Yeah,
surprised he didn't catch it in the air. He backed up, let it bounce, and then picked it up. And I feel like anytime that happens, you're kind of asking for it to. We know a football, when it bounces, you don't know where it's going to go.
You don't know where it's going to go. It could go all the way to the bleachers. Just got to be careful with that. But, he tried to make a play, tried to catch the Gunners on the outside off guard.
On return, blocking the back, 10 yards, first down.
I didn't see it on that clip. Maybe it was very to the far right side of the screen, but they didn't say a number either, so no idea who the infraction was on. But
Kanani Watts, the outside gunner. He was on the return team. He just, once the returner passed him up, he still threw a late little block in the back, and anytime you see the back numbers, just let him go.
So the ball will be spotted at the 30, 10:47 to go in the third quarter. Now they'll change footballs.
It's a big stop here for this Cougar defense. They're going to have to buckle down. We've seen Iowa Colony, kind of slow down a little bit. I mean, they still got 28 points on the board, but, what we're measuring them against is they're struggling just a tad bit.
And off the tenor right into the teeth of the defense, and he picks up a couple. Tackle made by Matthews.
Yeah, up multiple scores. This is when you just lean on your offensive line just to take you home.
And off again. And that time maybe a yard. Ooh, some late pushing and shoving there. Looked like an offensive lineman getting into it with Adam Sloan, the linebacker. We'll see if they throw the flag on Sloan or the offensive lineman. Hard to tell. Was that a 58? Was that? I don't even think they have a 58. I'm trying to see what that number is. Maybe it's Chase Ruffin.
Yeah, there's a lot of pushing and tugging going on there, on the line of scrimmage.
We had dead ball on Sportsmanlike on both teams. Green, 56, white, number 11. Those penalties offset. We're going to third down.
It was on, I think he meant to say 10 instead of 11.
Yeah.
So Adam Sloan, and then it was on 56, which is Chukwuemeka Tazy, the junior offensive lineman who was part of that team last year. Always a fun name to say.
I was going to give you applause. You did a great job. Fantastic.
I accept the challenge. It's going to be 3rd and 4 after the offsetting penalties. And he fires it right there to Warren, who was sandwiched. But it looks like he's right at the line to gain. They got just enough, I think.
Yeah, they've been very generous with the spot here. They motioned him here for a first down.
It's going to be 4th and 1.
Wow, they're going to give him short. Interesting.
They spotted it at the 40, then they moved it. Now we'll see what they do as they roll the play clock. And Iowa Colony, 4th and 1 from your own 39. That's a tough call. I think they're going to go for it. They'll try to.
They got to hurry up.
Set up play clock at 7. Now they'll drop back to punt it, and it's a low kick, and it bounces off the hands of Jackson, and it looks like Iowa Colony has it. We just talked about fielding a punt off the bounce, and Joshua Jackson couldn't come down with it. It wasn't a great kick from the quarterback White, but Iowa Colony actually picks up a huge gain on 4th and 1.
Wow, it worked out in their favor, and Joshua Jackson, he's going to watch this back on film. He wish he had that one back. Made a great play early in the game on an interception, but that time just couldn't corral the return in.
It works as a 29-yard gain
on
4th and 1 from your own 39. Now you have it at the 32, and White's just going to take off and run right, and he's going to get around the edge. He's got a block, and he just lowers his shoulder and his back, and he's still running. A flag is on the field, and he's out of bounds at the 8, and I'm assuming that's going to be some sort of hold or block in the back or something, but he like trucked the guy with his back. That was an interesting play.
I thought he was going to try to hit the Saquon Barkley move for a second, but somehow he was able to.
He was about 3/4 of the way to the Saquon Barkley.
Yeah. What a run there by the quarterback, and anytime that
we got a hold on green number 9, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. No first down.
Christian Mensah, who we saw get hurt at the end of the second quarter, so great to see him back out on the field. But a hold there wipes away a nice play from Carson White.
Carson White putting his body on the line, being physical. And again, we continue to see the Pioneers just attack the numbers advantage on the perimeter.
So it looks like it's going to be 1st and 13. And a handoff to Tenor. Oh, nice little
jump cut.
Yeah. And he's still on his feet. Wow. And he goes back in. He's just making a miss. They couldn't tackle him in a phone booth. Unbelievable. Aaron Tenor.
They see running backs like Aaron Tenor, to me, are the most frustrating running backs to go against. They just make you look silly out in open space. Let's get another flag here.
I don't know if that's on Mensah again. It looks like it was late, like unsportsmanlike conduct. And now Tenor getting pulled away by his offensive lineman. Protection in multiple fronts for Aiden Elizondo. And I think this is going to go against Mensah. Or maybe Tenor for unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't know. Now Carson White talking to the official. And they're backing him up. A great run by Tenor, but it's going to be wiped away with this penalty.
I'm not too sure what happened there, but you got to continue to be disciplined in all phases of the football game. So got to lock in here. Crosby's down by 18. They're going to start chirping, try to get you off your game, but you just got to remain resilient.
That ball on sportsmanlike conduct on green number 4. 15 yards.
Is it because he said something?
He must have taunted the opposing team after that great run. I know a lot of guys would have something to say after juking 4 or 5 guys, but
this is varsity football.
Yeah,
you got to let them play.
Moves them back 15 yards, and now they'll be at the 44, and they go back to Tenor, and Tenor with a nice little jump cut, and he's still on his feet, but they drag him down after a gain of maybe 2. He's pretty nasty.
Yeah, he's nasty. He's quick. He does a good job of just that jump cut is so elusive, and it just catches the defense off guard. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this tailback.
It's going to be 3rd and 20. Look at that jump cut. Whoop!
That is elite. You don't see too many guys with that ability just to be able to jump cut right in the middle of the hole like that.
I don't think Sean Bradley could have put his arms on him there the way he jumped in a completely different area code. We'll see White looking to pass. Looking deep, looking for his man, looking for Warren. And Warren goes up. Did he make the catch? No, they say he did not. Warren has the ball. He's sitting on his behind with the ball in his lap, but they say incomplete. And I'm very curious what another angle or so would look like there.
Yeah, he had him beat. It was a go route up the seams, and he had him beat. Great ball, great. Looked like he tried to make a catch, just couldn't come down with it. Unfortunate there for Iowa Colony.
There wasn't enough field for him to keep running. He got there so quickly, and now White will punt it. And this time it is going to bounce, and I'm sure Jackson will let it go as it rolls into the end zone. And, yeah, I think he had the man beat, but then he had to stop. There was no more field to run to, and the ball took a minute to get there. White obviously had to throw it pretty far, but ultimately Crosby's going to have it at the 20-yard line after a touchback.
Yeah, again, good defense here so far from Crosby. I mean, not too many teams I've seen so far be able to stop Iowa Colony in back-to-back possessions. This Crosby defense has, made some adjustments, and they're not doing as much man-to-man coverage as they were in the first half. Now you're seeing a lot more cover 4, 2 high safety shells, just trying to mix things up.
You know what team can beat Iowa Colony?
Iowa Colony, yeah.
You make penalties like that, it's going to set you back as incomplete pass here. Looking for Wheeler once again. He's really gone at Wheeler quite a bit. But, yeah, I mean, we've seen so many holds and such like that. Obviously, the unsportsmanlike conduct.
That's right.
And that is going to – they're drive killers.
Yeah, anytime you have multiple personal foul penalties on the drive, it's just tough to sustain that and continue to pick up first downs. You're putting yourself in tough situations, but –
we're going to pass again, fires it out, and he can't catch it again. Carson Parker again drops a ball that hits him in the chest.
I can tell you right now, Lott Robinson, he's a little frustrated. He's not really doing, putting it on in body language terms, but just the way he looked, as soon as the receiver dropped the ball, he looked away. He's starting to get frustrated with his weapons.
3rd and 10, and Robinson looking to pass, and he fires it again, and this time it's caught, but out of bounds, tackled there at the 25. And it's going to be 4th and short. Receiver there was Lucas Pipes.
Nice little out route there from the Cougars. And they're going to keep their offense on the field. And
it's back-to-back nights with a tight end with the last name Pipes. 4th and 5 here. We'll see if they ultimately punt it.
They're going to go jam here last second.
And we'll see the punt coming, and it's a low-line drive and takes a Crosby roll down to the 45 and a half. I think it was Manville who had a tight end last night, chasing Pipes, and tight end for Crosby is Lucas Pipes. We'll take a quick commercial break here on Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Our hands-on programs prepare you for high-value careers so you can forge your own path. Start your journey with ACC and step into your future today.
7:29 to go here in the third quarter. Iowa Colony up by 18 points, and they have the ball at the 45-yard line, just 5 yards away from midfield. Trips to the left and one to the right for Carson White. White's got all day and fires it there, hits the man, and it's going to be near the first down marker. That's Braylon Watts.
Nice reception there from Braylon Watts. Iowa Colony, these route concepts are very these are next level route concepts that they're running. You see a lot of these route concepts in the college football, especially in the Big 12. They're doing a good job of just scheming things open, getting guys in the right spot, and these receivers have a good understanding of where to be when there's zone coverage.
1st and 10, they gave him the first down, a 10-yard pickup to Watts, and they go to Tenor, and Tenor's got some room to run, and Tenor with a nice little jump cut, he keeps his footing up to the 23, and Tenor with a little celebration there for the first down and a nice run of 22 yards.
Nice kickoff block by number 75 here, Chase Ruffin, able to get that block to spring Tanner wide open there. And he's so elusive out in open space and does a good job of just being physical at the same time. Just a dynamic weapon here. Just so many weapons that Iowa Colony could throw at you.
I think he switched which hand was holding the ball, right before he got tackled. Trips to the right, one to the left. Tenor not in a get a carry position, but White gonna fire it there to a little drag route, and it looks like that was Warren. So a quick, easy throw there.
When in doubt, throw it to the drag route. It's always gonna be open. Nice route there by Warren. It's coming wide open here.
I'm ashamed by how many drag routes I throw in college football 26, I can say.
You're not alone there.
White hands it off to Tenor, and Tenor bounces it outside. Ooh. Lowers the shoulder. Come on, Aaron Tenor. Give him a break, kid.
Man. Just being physical. Just take a second look at this. Just lowering the boom. Bang.
Pie-yow, right to the noggin. Aaron Tenor. He might be the smallest guy on the field, but he's running with some purpose.
Oh, man. Linebacker's going to feel that one in the morning. And, man, that kid there is special.
There's Denham Barnes out to give Tenor a well-deserved break. And they'll go to Barnes and nowhere to go. Crosby was all over that one. Looks like immediately he was tackled by Case and Shoot.
Yeah, Case and Shoot did a good job coming in the backfield, making a play. The backside pursuit from both teams has done a great job of stopping the inside zone play.
Kaysen was able to shoot the gap there, and it's going to be second and goal from the 9. We've seen, like you said, a lot of times on this left hash, they'll sprint out right with Carson White, and we'll see if they do that here.
Yeah, they got trips to that side, so wouldn't be shocked.
Sits in the pocket. Now he's going to take off and run. And he's going to fall down at about the 5. Looks like he might have got tripped up or maybe just fell as Carter Matthews was there in the vicinity.
Yeah, good decision there by Carson White. Nothing downfield. Looked like he was going to Warren, who, from the looks of it, pre-snap was one-on-one coverage, but there was some help, backside help that Crosby put over there. So threw him off a little bit, and he was able to make a positive out of the play still.
Third and goal from the 5. Motion Warren over. And White's going to roll out to the right side, as we mentioned he might do. He's just going to take off and run it himself, and he's in! A stiff arm to the face of Sloan, and it's a touchdown.
Touchdown, the Pioneer. That is so tough to stop when they had that ball in the left hash mark, because Carson White, he does a good job of he's so athletic, and then you have those talented receivers on the outside. It's really impossible to stop. I don't see how you can stop it, and they do a good job of executing it as well.
34-10, the tally here with 4:40 to go in the third quarter. And we'll see the extra point coming from Vasquez. He's 4 for 4 so far. See if he can make it 5 for 5. Kick is up, and it is good. 35-10, Iowa Colony leads by 25 points. We'll take a break here on the Legacy Sports Network and Alvin Sports Network.
You've got a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care, personalized orthopedics, and the latest cancer treatments in one manageable system. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
4:40 to go in the third quarter, and Iowa Colony is going to kick it away to Crosby.
Nice job on Iowa Colony, just putting together a really good drive there, and just being physical at the point of attack, and just so many weapons again for Iowa Colony. This team is they're putting together a good run. They won their last game 41-7. They're up here 35-10, and this is what great teams do. They dominate, and they really put the game away in the third quarter. And I've been very impressed with this team so far. This is by far the best team I've seen so far this year.
See if they kick it to Nehemiah Jordan. They have kicked it to him every time so far on the kickoff, and they do again. And Jordan will make the catch at the 2, and this time he's going to run left side. He's got some blockers, actually, and he gets pushed out at about the 17, but there's a flag. Number 26 for Crosby, Aiden Worthington, a freshman running back, did not have his helmet on. And we'll see if that's, I don't know, a face mask or a hold, a block in the back. See what it is.
It's like when the Cougar brought down a Pioneer there on the top of your screen, but I'm not trying to get on the young man Nehemiah Jordan, but
On White, number 20, on the return, 10 yards, first down.
you could just definitely tell he doesn't like contact.
Javian Powell, the guilty party there, and yeah, I mean, I think he had a setup there to take off and run, and he just kind of wasn't even out of first gear yet.
He doesn't like contact. Nothing wrong with that. There's been Tyler Lockett has had a long NFL career playing that way, just avoiding contact and getting down when you need to, and getting out of bounds when you have to. So, but there is some more to be desired. There's some plays that he can make if he cuts it up and be physical with the football.
It's interesting. Just interesting how this has played out, and now Robinson going to fire it to Wheeler, and Wheeler hit immediately, but he hangs on. The tackle made by Kanai Watts.
Nice tackle there by Kanai Watts. Spirit going right for the thighs. Oh, excuse me, Wheeler. That was another RPO play. That they scored an RPO play earlier. Outside of that, Evan, Iowa Colony defense really haven't given up too many big plays. In the Nehemiah Jordan, when he caught it over 2 defenders.
Yeah. A couple of big catches for Jordan, but other than that, it's been pretty mundane for this offense that has looked promising, but has really not been able to get anything going as a small gain there. And I don't know, Gentry, I don't want to harp on Nehemiah Jordan. He's been so good as a receiver, and in the return game, just looks a little hesitant. I think you have a guy, to Zion Sutherland, who is a freak athlete.
Yes.
They haven't really been able to get the ball in space. Maybe that's a guy that goes on kickoff returns. And if he runs with the way he does when he does get the ball in space, I don't know. I mean, that might be a Jaden Warren level threat because he's an athlete.
Yeah, he's definitely an athlete and a difference maker. But Iowa Colony has taken him out the game because now you're down by 25 if you're Crosby, and you really can't really run the football. You're in passing situations from the rest of the game, so they have taken their best weapon out of the game already. And
Sutherland with a nice little run there to get away from a couple of guys and pick up maybe 1 yard. But, they haven't been able to run the ball up the middle between the tackles at all. The only thing they've been able to do is get him the ball in space a couple of times as it looks like Jordan is down, and hopefully he's all right. I didn't see what caused that, but hopefully he's going to be okay. Very talented and promising young man. I think especially if Jordan is not able to come back into this ball game, if you're Crosby, you've got to find a way to get Sutherland the ball. I don't know if you're throwing him swing passes out of the backfield, if you're lining him up in the slot, whatever you got to do. I feel like you got to get him the ball, and because running it up the middle has not worked.
They haven't. The offensive line has not done a good job in this ball game. They've been dominated throughout this entire football game, and like you said, Evan, just try to get this the young man the ball, Sutherland, out in space, direct snaps, put him at quarterback. Just try to get the young man the football. He's too talented to only have a few touches that he does have so far in this ball game. You got to give him an opportunity to change the complexity of this game.
Not to be critical, but with Sutherland, it feels like they've put mud tires on a Ferrari. Like the kid is an athlete, and you're running them into the mud and the muck, and of course running backs do that, but get him out in space, man. I mean, that's football nowadays. You see every running back in the game is getting out in space and is getting the ball on the perimeter. You see it with McCaffrey and Barkley and all these guys. You want to get them in one-on-ones because they're going to make a miss, and Sutherland will. We've seen him make some really nice moves.
And that's the name of the game. I throw another one, Detroit Lions. I think they do as good as anyone, just getting their athletes the ball out in space with Jahmyr Gibbs and all those guys, just utilizing their weapons. And, Crosby, they have a fantastic coaching staff. They do a great job of putting these guys in a great position to be successful. It's just tonight that Iowa Colony defensive coordinators had their number, and now potentially down one of their better perimeter weapons. They still have a lot of talent that they could try to get the ball to.
2:57 on the clock. Nehemiah Jordan still down on the field. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Still hoping to see him get up here in the near moments and make his way off the field. Looks like he is able to stand up now, and he'll get a round of applause, well deserved. A talented athlete. That catch he made over 2 defenders was quite a play.
Yeah, it was incredible. He high pointed the ball, got up, came down with the football. First off, was able to outrun the guys, and he also outrun some guys on a deep post route early on in the second quarter. So he has a tremendous athleticism, great route runner, a good route runner, and hopefully young man be okay and be available for them this year.
Down 25 points is Crosby, but Nehemiah Jordan has provided some fireworks. And I got to tell you, Gentry, there's someone else who provides fireworks. It's Top Dog Fireworks.
That's right.
They're family-owned and operated, and Top Dog Fireworks has 14 locations in the greater Houston area. Go to topdogfireworks.com to find a location near you. Top Dog Fireworks supports the community and wishes the local high school athletes best of luck. Make memories and strive for your goals. Top Dog Fireworks. Say it with a boom.
That was an elite segue. That was.
4th down and 1 here from the 21. Need to get to the 22. Crosby got to go for it. And they'll be with their backs against the wall here as Robeson going to run forward. He's not going to get it. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And Iowa Colony will take over in the red zone.
Jeez Louise. Taking a look at number 1, Henry Kalu, and number 0, Daniel Sweeney. Those are some big boys up front. Just look at the push they get up front from this defensive lineman, and these linebackers coming and feeling, being physical. This defense is tough, man. They gave up a couple big plays. That's going to happen to any defense, but outside of that, they've been very sound and physical throughout this ball game.
That was senior linebacker Henry Kalu, who's a really big part of this defense, making the play there. I believe he was the team's leading tackler in week 1.
I don't want to get hit with the Allen Iverson meme, but I would like to see this team practice. This offense against the defense. I know we talk about practice, but that it could be that could be interesting to watch.
I bet it's a well-structured, highly competitive practice. I can tell you that. And White's just going to toss it to a man. He's going to make a couple of moves and get tackled after a couple of yards. That's Jaden Warren on the touch pass. We talked about spamming drag routes on College Football 26. The touch pass is another favorite of guys like me who can't read a defense.
Oh, man. Yeah, the jet touch pass. It was kind of nerfed this year.
Boy, was it.
Yeah, it was nerfed. I found myself now just either Georgia Tech playbook or Penn State playbook, just all the trickery formations and moving guys all around the field.
There is an injured player. It's Kason Shute, and hopefully Kason Shute going to be able to make his way up. He's not on the ground. He's got a knee down, and so it looks like he's at least mostly okay and hopefully okay as a whole. 2:41 to go here in the third quarter.
It's been a physical game back and forth, and these young men have put their bodies on the line, and it's a dangerous sport, and hopefully the young man's able to get up and be okay. And as you said, Evan, look, he's down on one knee. I don't want to speculate, but probably got the win. Yeah, probably got popped pretty good there.
Oh, Shute going to make his way off the field. Good to see him up and going. He's been a big part of this Cougars defense, and we'll see Iowa Colony back onto the field with 2nd and 8 inside the red zone at the 18-yard line. And I don't know. I mean, if they score again, it could be 42-10. The other games we had were both 5-point games, and they were down to the wire. And so good to see an Alvin ISD team going to probably come out of here with a victory and a comfortable victory. And White will hand off going left side, and that's Denham Barnes, and he's tackled after a gain of 3.
Yeah, they so far Iowa Colony offense corner. He likes to pull Chase Ruffin, number 75. He looks like he's their most athletic offensive lineman. He does a great job of kick-out blocks and springing forward to tailbacks. Anytime they look to run like a counter play or a stretch play or a power play, they're pulling 75.
Iowa Colony's offensive line is an underrated part of their success. They did a great job last year.
I think I gave a player of the game to one.
You did. I remember that. The first ever offensive line player of the game came from Gentry Williams.
That guy, it was a left tackle. He was mauling.
White fires it and hits Warren, and Warren is dragged out of bounds. I don't know if that guy's still here. I can't remember who that was. I think he graduated.
Yeah, he's gone. He was a world grader up front. The dude was just mauling people all game long. Nice catch there from Warren.
I wish I didn't throw away last year's roster. I'm sure I could pick his name out of a lineup, but it's going to be 1st and goal from the 5.5, 6, maybe the 5. We'll see. White hands off, and Denham Barnes. Oh, wow, a second effort, but a driving backwards. You should have seen the play last night in the Manville game. They hand it off, very similar situation. Yeah. They give it to the back, Zayden Brown. He runs right into a wall. His own offensive line, there's nowhere to go. He bounces it out right when he reaches for the goal line. The ball comes out. 7 different people had a chance at it. The offensive lineman for Manville actually picks it up in the end zone right at the very back line, and they give him a touchdown.
Wow. Did the offensive lineman got the touchdown?
He did.
Oh, man, I wish I'd have seen that, man. Officials, you got to let the offensive lineman do a silly.
White fires over the middle and just low. Looks like he was looking for Garner the second. It was funny because after all the confusion, it took 2-3 minutes. The officials came over the headset and they said 72 with the touchdown was actually 60. I'm like, oh, no. He ain't had a lot of touchdowns now. You need to give him his prop. You need to give him his props because offensive lineman, you might score 1 touchdown your whole life.
Oh, yeah, that's it. You might get, And when you do score, you gotta celebrate. Might be a 15-yard penalty, but
I never seen the team more excited than when the nose tackle picked it off. Boy, they were very excited as White looking to pass, and he fires it left and has a man and a touchdown to Jaden Warren. Had 3 touchdowns last week, already 2 here, and it's 41-10, a 5-yard strike from White to Warren.
That was a dot. That was, like I said, a strike. Just the quick release there from Jaden White. This kid's only a junior. He's still growing and developing as a quarterback. And, he got that one out so quickly out of his hands. And just a flawless execution so far for Iowa Colony has been very impressive.
Put some elbow grease on that one.
Yeah.
41-10, the extra point coming here from number 10, Vasquez. Kick is up. And it is good. So it's 42-10 thanks to the kick from Andres Vasquez. Take a quick break here on the Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
59 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Real training for real people. That's Alvin Community College. Our hands-on programs prepare you for high-value careers so you can forge your own path. Start your journey with ACC and step into your future today.
Right under 13 minutes to go in this ball game. Still 59 seconds left in the third quarter, and Iowa Colony is rolling. They won 41-7 last week, up 42-10 right now, and I'm interested to see how long the starters go.
Yeah, that's a good point there. Just to be able to get some of these quality backups opportunity to get on the field just in case. You never know. It's a long year. Anything, turn ankle here or there. These guys might have to step up in the big spot just to give them the experience here down the stretch. And I'm glad to see Nehemiah Jordan back off on kick return here for Crosby.
Yeah, great to see him back on the field.
Young man's going to get another opportunity here to make a play. But, yeah, that'd be interesting to see for Iowa Colony if some of these backups start to get some opportunities.
Very glad to see Nehemiah Jordan out there, and we'll see if Vasquez kicks it to him. He has every time. And the kick is away from Vasquez. It's going to bounce, and Jordan will let it roll into the end zone.
That was smart.
There's a lot of things on the field that I don't envy the players that they have to do.
Right.
Like, blocking a D lineman or trying to cover an elite wide receiver. But I really, just don't like fielding a ball on a bounce.
No, that's right. That's right. Because like you said, Evan, you never know where the ball's going to bounce. And, by the time it makes a bounce and you get your eyes up from, redirection of the football, there might be a defender coming full speed, and that's just not fun. That's not fun at all.
.59 seconds left still, and Robinson is in the shotgun, trips to the right. And he's going to fake the handoff to nobody, fires it there, and immediate tackle made. The receiver, Caden Robinson, making the catch.
Yeah, great job driving on the route there by Jeremy Garner. He was driving on his football as soon as the wide receiver had the in-breaking slant route. And great physical tackle there.
Garner playing both sides of the ball. We've seen him make a big catch on offense in the return game. And, of course, he's a star defensive player. Another fake handoff. He has a man wide open. It's Wheeler. And Wheeler drops it. Robinson has got to be shaking his head as the Crosby Cougars have at least, a couple of scores out there on the field if they're making these catches.
You know what? I'm going to give Lott Robinson a lot of credit right now because you will see a lot of quarterbacks with terrible body language in that type of situation who's just had a long night, wide receivers dropping passes, your lineman's not blocking. I haven't seen this young man hang his head not one time. I haven't seen him throw his hands up at his receivers. He's still going out, putting a lot of confidence in his guys and showing why he's the captain of this offense.
That was almost a touchdown waiting to happen in the drop there. Now Robinson going to roll out left and fires it over to Wheeler again. And this time Wheeler comes down with it, and he's tackled after the first down gain, a big one. They'll actually give him, I think, 16 yards.
And this is just the quarterback of the offense here for Crosby, just showing confidence in his guys. Like, hey, I know you dropped it wide open. I'm going to come right back to you. I believe in you. I just seen you put in the work all offseason. Great confidence in his guys there by Lott Robinson.
And looking to pass again is Robinson. And he's got nowhere to go with it. He scrambles left, and he's going to just take off and run, and he's drilled out of bounds. What a collision there. It looked like Garner, or am I misreading that number?
Number 41.
That's Jordan Lockhart. Just an absolute collision course. It's like the people in those big, giant balls, and they run into each other, and they both go in separate directions.
Ninja Warrior or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That was a big collision there. Looks like everybody's okay, which is a great thing, but that's the end of the third quarter. There is 12 minutes on the clock. The fourth quarter will start here in a moment at Freedom Field. So, yeah, I got to say, Gentry, Robinson, his team's down by 32 points.
That's right.
But the kid has played well.
Yes.
I don't think anything has really been something he's done wrong. I think he's put the ball in the money. I think he's made some incredible throws. I think he's had some drops, and his teammates have kind of let him down a bit. I think he's had a lot of pressure in his face.
Yes.
I think he's played very well, and he's a kid that's impressed me a lot.
Yeah, he's been very impressive, Evan. He's a junior quarterback. He has another year. He's be returning next year, and I wouldn't be shocked if he started, getting some offers from some collegiate schools. Just by his body language, just his leadership. I'm just very impressed with that. He hasn't hanged his head. He's not barking at it. Well, he's barking at these guys when they make, mistakes as far as false starts, things of that nature. But when they drop a ball, they just don't make a play or they miss a block. He's installing confidence in his guys, going back to him on the next play there. That's just great leadership here by Lott Robinson.
Good for Wheeler to make the catch through contact after dropping a wide open one. That makes a really tough catch on the next play. It's going to be it's 2nd and 7 from the 48. Robinson fakes the handoff, now fires it and goes high. And was it picked? Did he pick it? They say he did. Wow. Unbelievable. Looks like Darren Brown came down with it. See that replay here in a moment, perhaps.
Yeah, that was off the fingertips of his intended wide receiver, Luke Wheeler, and just a great heads-up play by Brown.
That was a high throw. Not a whole lot that Wheeler could do there. That's probably the first real mistake I've seen Robinson make. And obviously Darren Brown with the wherewithal to get his arms under it and secure that interception. And a great play by Brown, and just and that's football. I mean, you're off by a couple of inches, and now you've turned it over. And Iowa Colony has a chance to pour it on even further. And surprisingly, Carson White's still out there.
Yeah, very surprisingly, unless they just plan on having him hand the ball off here. You see a lot of backups in here for Iowa Colony, but probably just plan on having him hand the ball off here. I wouldn't even let him give him the option to run it in his own read option either.
Looks like the sophomore linebacker, Duquay Buchanan, is in at running back and gets that carry and picks up 4. Not even listed as a running back. They have Denham Barnes, they have Aaron Tenner, but other than that, they don't have a lot of – that's actually the only 2 running backs they have on the depth chart. So I mentioned how Tenner's out there every play. Well, they don't really have another running back.
Yeah, interesting that Denham Barnes is not out there just to, get some reps in. But he's probably, he's a crucial part of the team and a crucial part of their success. And now they want to go to another physical back, and Duquay Buchanan, just a true sophomore, excuse me.
So it'll be 3rd and 3, 2 carries and 7 yards for Buchanan so far. Looks like a running back. He's built like a running back, listed as a linebacker. I know it's a lot of crossover, especially at the areas of the state where they play a lot of guys on both sides. And White looking to pass, and he fires one deep. He's got a man, and he throws a pick.
Oh,
was that a pick? A one-handed grab.
What
a grab there from the DB. That's Josiah Jordan, a freshman, picking off Carson White, and that hurts the stat sheet.
Yeah, it's definitely going to hurt the stat sheet. He had his guy beat. The wide receiver had his guy beat, but Carson White that time underthrew the football, didn't put enough power behind it, and what a catch there by the freshman. Wow.
Look at this pick from Jordan, a freshman DB, robbing one of the best quarterbacks in the area. He had to catch it with one hand after the deflection, and a fantastic play. Put that on your highlight reel, young man.
Yeah, that's gonna give that young man a lot of confidence. Him and the Ryan Harris are the couple freshmen here and Aiden Worthington. So Crosby has some young guys that they're trying to bring up in the ranks.
Looking to pass, and he hits Nehemiah Jordan. He breaks out of the tackle, but he ain't able to go very far after getting away from that DB just momentarily. So ball's at the 29. Robeson still slinging it.
Yeah, this kid out there, he just has all the heart in the world.
And they're going to run right side and cutting back the other direction. He's got a blocker, and now he's in the secondary, and he's walloped from behind.
That's the other freshman.
Man, looked to be a little shaken up on the field there, but that's Aiden Worthington, who we mentioned had a nice run there, but now looking like he's a little hurt as they tossed it out to the right, and he reversed field wisely.
Yeah, he's just getting stretched out. We're still in September and here in Houston, and that Houston heat's no joke. He's got to stay hydrated, get some pickle juice.
You ain't lying, brother. Shouldn't be getting in my car to drive to the beautiful Freedom Field. It's 104 degrees according to the thermostat.
It feels like 150 inside the car.
I lived in the South all my life, and I swear I never get used to the heat, man.
Oh, no. It never is. There's no getting used to it. It's just miserable. I be, people like, oh, I love summertime. I'm like, how?
I like it, especially as a kid. You don't have school. It's so much more fun, so much more freedom. You get to do fun stuff. You don't have to go to school, wake up early. But, man, like as I've gotten older, I'm like, ooh, it's hot.
Just going to take the trash out miserable.
Oh, yeah. Walk to the car. I mean, if you dress nice to go to work like, I do. I don't know, what you wear to work. But, dude, you're wearing, pants and a dress shirt, whatever the case may be, and then you're sweating and everything before you get inside the building. And I'm like, it's 8 a.m. It ain't even got hot yet.
That's right. Good point.
Gotta love Texas. And the South, it ain't no different in Louisiana where I'm from. It's the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Maybe even more humidity if you live on the bayou or something. It can get real steamy. 10:05 to go, and they're still checking out Worthington. Definitely hope he's okay. A really nice run from a freshman.
Yeah.
And looks like they were going to give him a little bit of work here in the waning minutes of this ball game.
Yeah, Crosby has a couple of freshmen on their roster. Counted 3 so far. And, anytime it's not easy being a freshman making varsity. You have to be a special player that, the freshman level has to be way too easy for you. So, give these guys a challenge, have them grow and develop into the program. Who knows where these guys will be in 4 years. They can be crucial parts of this Crosby program, and this is a good opportunity for them to showcase their talents.
Yeah, you said a couple of freshmen. I see at least 2 who we've talked about. We saw Josiah Jordan making that big play. We saw Worthington on that nice run. They've also got a defensive lineman, Narayan Harris. But no freshmen on the lineup for Iowa Colony on that roster sheet. A couple of sophomores, but not very many of those either. Just, I believe, 4 sophomores or 5 sophomores on the whole roster.
Yeah, this is a good group of seniors here for Iowa Colony. And, they're going to be good again next year. And, the year after that, they got, like you said, they got a couple of sophomores. So this is whenever you see a team that doesn't have any freshmen, very few sophomores, it's tough to make the varsity roster. It's just way too much talent in the senior and junior level.
It is tough to make this roster, I can tell you that. But as a school that's so young, you would just think to see a little more freshmen and sophomores on the team. But it tells you about the depth of talent they have. And like I said, we talked about these newer schools, Randall and Iowa Colony. And, man, they have built a program so fast.
Especially
Coach
Randall.
Garza, Coach Randall, they've done a fantastic job of turning their programs into powerhouses as Sutherland got the carry there. Shotgun snap to Robinson. And he fires it up to Sutherland. Sutherland drops it. Had the catch. Another drop pass. And Sutherland is someone, we said, hey, give him the ball in space and a chance there. He had a lot of open field if he could catch it and maybe break one tackle, but couldn't hang on.
Yeah, couldn't hang on there. These guys are they're going to be in front of the I forgot what you call it, the little machine that shoots out the balls and you got to catch
the
it.
Jugs machine?
Yeah, the jug machine. They're going to everybody's got to do at least 1,000 catches come Monday practice. So they got to get that tuned up before they get in district play because there's just too many missed opportunities here. I can see probably 3 or 4 a game, but now we're starting to get into double digits in drops.
Looks like some sort of false start, but they don't throw a flag and a jumping catch. Oh, almost a fantastic grab. But it looked like there was some early movement, and I never saw a flag. Or maybe there is one down there on the 44.
Yep.
I think it came in late.
Definitely came in late there. Good eye. I tell you what, Nehemiah Jory, he has great ball skills out on the perimeter. Good route runner.
Offside, defense, number 90, 5 yards. Beat it down.
They didn't blow it dead.
Yeah, they didn't blow it dead that time, and earlier they did that threw me off. But Nehemiah Jordan, he has a great ability just to go up and make a play on the football whenever it's up in the air. And yeah, so he's not on the field this time, but been very impressed with that man out on the perimeter.
Going to be 3rd down and 4 right at the 49-yard line. Robinson looking to pass, and he's going to drop it off there to Sutherland. He's in the open space, and he's cut down. A nice open field tackle there. 14-on-14 crime as Macario Brackens brings him down.
Yeah, nice patience there from Lott Robinson. Scanned the entire field, came back to his tailback in the flats right here, wide open. A little bit of a miscommunication on the Iowa Colony defense there, and big-time catch from the tailback.
Great tackle by Brackens, and now he'll toss it out to Sutherland again. A nice jump cut, goes back the other direction, and he'll drag a tackler to the 31. Gain of 7.
Little zone toss from the gun formations. Seen Notre Dame do that a lot last year on their way to the playoffs. And with RC High Schools take a page out of that playbook.
Tight formation here. They'll go right back to the running back, and he is going to pick up maybe 1 or 2, but not a first down. Should be 3rd and 1. Clock will tick down to about 8 minutes before the next snap.
Yeah, these defensive linemen here for Iowa Colony, man, these young men are different, and it's just tough. There's just not been too much action up the middle. They had to, run a toss play or big plays down the field. It's just been very tough here from Crosby.
3rd and 1. We'll see what they dial up. They've got Jordan down here with Macario Brackens on him, and they toss right side going to what looks like Worthington, and he kind of runs with some purpose.
Yeah, he got some juice to him. He definitely has a lot of juice once he gets the football. Smaller tailback, but he's only a freshman. He's going to continue to grow and get a little bit bigger over the years, as he develops. But definitely got some juice.
All right, you might not agree with me on this, but Worthington, early pro comp, as Robinson rolls out left side here, I'll tell you in a second, and he's got nowhere to go. He's going to get sacked, and he's still up somehow, and they finally bring him down. That is a big loss, and Robinson just really had nowhere to go with it.
Yeah.
Worthington.
I know where you're going because of the number.
Do you?
I think I know where you're going.
I don't know. I mean, I see what you're talking about. But I'm thinking first thing that comes to mind when I watch him play, Maurice Jones-Drew.
Oh, okay.
He's got that,
I like that.
Maurice Jones-Drew type of body.
Yes.
Runs with a lot of energy. I know what you're thinking.
At first, when you say, I know you're not going to agree with that, because I was thinking the number, he got a little juice to him. I was like, ooh. But Maurice Jones-Drew, I definitely like that comp there. Low to the ground, compact back. And those backs are frustrating to go against. I despise short running backs. As a defensive lineman, they're just annoying.
Catch made there by Caden Robinson. I would imagine they're related. They have the same spelling of their last name. But, yeah, I think that's a pretty stereotypical running back build and one that you said is very tough to stop.
It's because you can't see them behind the offensive lineman. They get lost very easily.
Crosby calls a timeout. It's 42-10 Iowa Colony. We'll take a break here on Alvin Sports Network and Legacy Sports Network.
You've got a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care, personalized orthopedics, and the latest cancer treatments in one manageable system. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
.6:22 to go in the fourth quarter. Ball at the 30. Crosby putting a little drive together here. Aren't the Chiefs and Chargers playing tonight?
Yeah, the Chiefs and Chargers, I think they're playing like Brazil or something like that. I seen the score earlier. The Chiefs was up 3-0. Jim Harbaugh, it wouldn't be long before he turned the Chargers into a physical football team.
And Robinson looking to pass. Robinson fires it
Great
and hits
throw.
his man. That's Nehemiah Jordan, who gets out of bounds after what looked like a stiff arm there on Kalen Simmons. Or maybe that was Darren Brown, but a nice gain nonetheless. He's got to be up, 150 yards or something now?
Yeah, he's been special. He's been special out there on the perimeter, and Lott Robinson's done a good job of delivering the football. And, they're going to have to see teams like I got a chance to see Porter yesterday, who also has a pretty good quarterback. But Crosby, they had a tough start. You got to play Dayton and Iowa Colony. Those are two tough teams to start your season out with.
Handoff up the middle to Worthington. And a nice little run there, keeping those legs moving. I feel like I love a running back who's got those big thighs.
Yes. I think that's crucial to keep your legs driving and keep it moving because you're going to get hit low. And who was that? Ricky Williams? Yeah, he used to be a problem to bring down.
And Robinson firing it left side. It looks like a touchdown to Nehemiah Jordan. He's got both touchdowns between Robinson and Nehemiah Jordan, and he continues to impress. It's 42-16.
Yeah, Nehemiah Jordan, is probably one of Crosby's better athletes, but he's a really, really good receiver.
Polished. He's got some skills.
Yeah, very polished, great ball skills, good route runner, understands route concepts. He high points the ball as good as anyone. He has a bright future. He's listed as a wide receiver and defensive back here.
Have you seen him on defense?
I haven't seen him on defense yet.
It seems like everybody is listed at 2 positions pretty much, except for quarterbacks. As we'll see, Reed Patterson attempt an extra point for a second time. Kick is up, and it is good. 42-17 after the touchdown to Nehemiah Jordan.
Alvin ISD would like to thank Chick-fil-A Alvin for their press box meal donation. Currently open for drive-through, curbside, or delivery. Chick-fil-A, proud supporter of Alvin ISD Athletics and tonight's press box meal sponsor.
Welcome back into Freedom Field. It looks like they were still out on the
Penalty
field.
on defense, line up over the center. That penalty is declined. Extra point is good.
Okay, so they decline the penalty. It's still going to be 42-17. With 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter, Iowa Colony has the game in hand. You missed a thriller last night with Manville and Barbers Hill.
That sounds like a great game.
Barbers Hill was up 33-14 at the half. Manville came back, stormed into it in the third quarter. They lost every quarter but the third quarter, but they won the third quarter.
Right.
And they made it close. The final score, I think, was 40-35. And it was a really, really good ball game. They actually had 2 back-to-back plays with an interception.
Dang.
I think they had 3 interceptions in the game, and they all came in a span of 6 plays. And that was it. Both quarterbacks did a pretty good job. A lot of crazy plays.
I haven't got an opportunity to see Barbers Hill playing 2-3 years.
Their quarterback transferred from Anahuac, Brady Barrier, and he looked good. He threw 2 picks last night, but they were both batted balls by the defensive end.
Okay.
And he had some confidence. He reminds me of Robinson a little bit.
Okay.
They both really can sling it, can run a little bit. Kick here looks like nobody's going to be there to field it, and they'll let it roll into the end zone.
Yeah, I've had a few opportunities to catch Mandeville. I know Mandeville's a year in, year out good program. Barbers Hill used to be a powerhouse, and now I'm finding out that it looks like they're still a powerhouse. Got a good football program, and man, I know that was an exciting matchup.
I don't know if Barbers Hill is going to go win a championship, but they're a 5A team. They came in and beat a 6A team on the road. They look pretty good. That, like I said, for a 5A team, I wasn't really sure what to expect out of Barbers Hill, and they really threw the ball well. They look pretty good on all facets, and
that's impressive.
Manville, I think, has a lot of athletes. They didn't really play their best. I think they have a really good quarterback in Cam Renfro, and we'll see him over the coming weeks here for Alvin Sports Network. But last year they beat Fort Bend Hightower, which was kind of an upset at Fort Bend. And in
Manville?
the playoffs, Manville beat Fort Bend Hightower at Hightower in the first round of the playoffs.
Wow.
And Renfro, their star quarterback, he got hurt, so they brought in Braden Tuiasosopo, whose dad was the offensive coordinator at Rice. And he transferred out. Instead of being the backup again, he transferred out to a school in Michigan. His dad just got a job with the Lions.
Wow.
But they did pick up Eric Mosley, who was a star running back for the Pioneers last year. And they picked up Dante Mays from Shadow Creek. And this is a handoff going right side and nowhere to go there. They do have the sophomore quarterback Gage Martinez in there. And the carry went to Terry Childress. I missed a couple of running backs on the depth chart. 27 and 28 are both listed as running backs. Should be 2nd and 12.
I also got sophomore quarterback Gage Martinez. getting some action here, and these are key snaps. These, I know you're up by 35 points. 25 points. I got to work on my math a little bit, y'all. You're up by 25 points, but these are key snaps for your backups because you never know. These guys' numbers might be called sometime during the year to make a crucial play.
Oof. That wasn't a really pretty play. Could have been dangerous. They're trying to hand it off to a guy who's run past you, and Childress once again tackled for a loss. Yeah, Manville picked up Dante Mays, who we covered last year for Shadow Creek. Mays. He filled in once their starter, Stewart, got hurt. The quarterback broke his leg or something, I think. And Mays, I thought, was going to take over at Shadow Creek, but he transfers to Manville, and they were using him as a wide receiver because Renfro is already a great quarterback.
Yep.
There's only one quarterback on the field at the time, so they put him at receiver, and he looked pretty good as a receiver and a returner. I think Manville's going to be all right. I think all these Alvin IC schools are going to have a good year.
Man, this district just starting to sound tough.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. And there's a delay of game penalty. So you see why they're putting Martinez and some of these guys in there now to give them an opportunity to get some of these.
Delay of game on offense, 5 yards, beat it down.
Get some of these miscues out the way.
Does Martinez, as a backup quarterback, is he able to communicate with the head coach and offensive coordinator, say starter Carson White?
We'll see.
Is it because this year now they have the headset in their helmet, but I'm not too sure if he had trouble getting the play call in.
Yeah, I agree. Martinez looking to pass. Oh, he's going to get away, but then he's sacked right at the line to gain. Maybe not a sack. Maybe we'll see how they spot it or how they mark it. But he stepped up, looked like he was ready to sling it, and he just got drilled from behind. And now Iowa Colony will have to punt, and they'll send Carson White out to punt. I didn't realize he was actually the punter no matter what the situation was. They're going to send White out there to punt.
Yeah, there's no punter listed here on the roster as I look through. So, yeah, Carson White, starting punter.
It's 4th and 21. I didn't think they were going to go for it. And a low snap, but the punt is away. And it's going to bounce and take an Iowa Colony roll. And he fair caught it. He tried to run. And I'll see what they do here is Jackson still up on his feet. So he did the fair catch signal, but then the ball bounced, and he took off and ran.
Yeah, it looked like he almost put his hands up, but a great return there by Jackson, and gives Crosby good field position here.
Yeah, I'm confused because he signaled fair catch. I don't know if we can take a look at it or not, but he did signal fair catch, and then the ball bounced, and then he fielded it on a bounce and took off. Pretty sure that's what I saw.
Yeah. That's why all the defenders for Iowa Colony, they slowed up. Like he waved the football off. Look at the head coach. He's down there pleading the case like, hey, he waved everything off. That's when my guys peeled off for him, but
I'm not 100%, but I don't think you're able to return it there, but I could be wrong.
You're not supposed to be. Okay.
The receiver gave an invalid signal. The ball was spotted at the spot of the grab.
So they do say that he did a fair catch signal, and they'll mark it where he got it. I don't know. It looked like he did something with his arm, some sort of wave.
Yeah.
They say invalid, which I guess means it wasn't enough for a fair catch, or maybe wasn't the exact fair catch signal.
But they spot the ball where he caught it.
So it effectively worked as a fair catch. I don't know.
Everybody's, just trying to develop here in the early part of the season, Interesting.
I was talking with Mr. Carl Thies last week. We had back-to-back games Friday and Saturday, and he was telling me he thinks that the biggest growth you'll see all year for these high school football teams is between the first and second game.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. That's where most teams, you get an opportunity to see what your team is made of and see what you're good at, what you're not good at, because through camp, certain stuff works, but you're going against the same defense over and over again. In them first 2 weeks, you see, two different teams, and that's when you really get to see what your team is made of and get to lean in on your strengths.
Coach Garza is still frustrated with the official. You know what I think he wants? I think he wants a delay of game call on Joshua Jackson. I'm pretty sure if you call a fair catch and then you run with it, I think you get a delay of game. And obviously they did basically rule it as a fair catch. Oh, a high snap there. Oh, and a little discombobulation. He barely had the ball, and he was trying to hand it off, and it looked like the running back was – he knew he was supposed to get the ball, but he was going to run his direction whether he had the ball or not.
Yeah, it looks like Tyson DeBose is getting some action in a quarterback here for Crosby. And
and Morris, the running back.
And Morris is trying to make the most out of the play.
Looked a little eager. We'll see if they figure it out here. And he fakes the handoff. Now looking to pass, and he fires one over the middle. He hits a man, and he drops it. Wow. Unbelievable. Another drop. This is Jackson Daly, a sophomore. He ran the route. He got open. He had a big gain and a nice throw from DeBose, and he drops it. And that, I mean, we're looking at, what, 7, 8 drops from Crosby tonight?
That's been the story of for this Crosby offense, just drops. These receivers just got to go get in front of the jug machine tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, and just get in front of a jug machine, because this is a lot of drops.
I don't know that the game would be different as DeBose rolls out right and looks to pass, and he's just going to take off and run. He tucks it, and he gets not all the way to the marker, maybe a gain of 4. But, I mean, it's 42-17. I'm thinking this might be a little bit closer if they pick up some of these catches that, I mean, we've had several drops on pass plays over 20 yards.
Maybe an extra score or two. That could possibly make it a little bit more competitive down the stretch, but this is something that definitely got to get cleaned up over within the next couple of weeks before you head into district play, and this is something that's fixable. This is something that you can just get the repetitions in and get your hands better, because these quarterbacks have done a really good job of making sure these wide receivers have an opportunity to make a play.
It's going to be fourth, or I thought it was going to be fourth down and short. They still show third down.
All the coaches on the field everyone looks kind of
dead ball,
confused.
Personal foul, late hit on number 92. Quarterback was sliding.
Quarterback was sliding after throwing the ball?
15 yards.
The quarterback slid after he threw the ball?
He went for he went for a scramble, but I didn't see much there, but
or that was a running play.
Yeah. I just
it's dude, I don't know.
I'm
2-minute warning.
It's been a lot going on this game, and we're gonna step to the side.
You've got a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care, personalized orthopedics, and the latest cancer treatments in one manageable system. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
A minute 56 to go here on the clock in the fourth quarter. Iowa Colony leads 42-17. It's been a long game.
Yeah.
Pushing that 3-hour mark.
Been a good football game, but great atmosphere here at Freedom Field. This is my first time visiting the stadium, and this is a beautiful facility.
You've been missing out, brother.
Yeah, I've been missing out. I drove up here, and I see the waterfall and the pond and everything. Nice. I'm like, wait, is this new? I asked people up front. I was like, is this new? They was like, no, it's been here a couple years. I'm like, how did I not know about this field? This is an excellent facility and great staff here at Freedom Field.
Robinson with the catch. They'll move him up to the 31 or so, maybe the 30 exactly. It's Caden Robinson. Yeah, this is like the bee's knees over here, dude.
Yeah.
I like to call it like the diamond in the cornfield or something.
That's right.
And DeBoe's looking to pass, looking deep. He's going to take off and run. He's got some room. He's got some blockers, and now he'll go down at about the 27. I think it used to be a little bit more open until they started building all these houses. I think this is Meridiana or whatever here off to the left side.
Timeout, Crosby. Their second timeout.
Crosby calls a timeout.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area driving up here. I was very impressed. This is nice development, great. It's a great staff, very nice people.
Did you see Iowa Colony when you came in? I mean, it's right there. You can't miss it, right behind the stadium. Brand new school, just a couple of years old.
I don't think I probably did, but I didn't know what I was looking at.
You might not have came that way either, but we were covering the games here in 2020 for KACC and Alvin Sports Network, and they were building it, and we thought they were going to call them the Iowa Colony Hawkeyes or something. We thought it was going to be that, but they chose the Pioneers, and we watched that field or that school kind of get built up, and this was already here, I think, since 2018.
Okay.
For the first year of Shadow Creek having varsity football, and of course they're another program that took off like a rocket.
Yeah,
Welcome
Kyron
to varsity
Jones
football.
and that crew went to state.
Ooh, looks like a timeout called by Iowa Colony. Drones playing for Virginia Tech.
Timeout, Iowa Colony.
He made some fantastic plays with Shadow Creek. He was a great player, and get to see him play for Virginia Tech as a Florida State fan. Watched a lot of ACC football, and he didn't have enough to get it done with his help against South Carolina last weekend, but that's a tough program.
South Carolina, it's like they always just find one or two guys that are just freaking nature athletes year in and year out.
That defense they had ain't no joke. Last year they were sacking everybody. They gave
Dylan
everybody
Stewart.
a run for their money. And Lenore Sellers, a really good quarterback. And no shame losing that game, but Kyron Drones, a really talented player. Just one of many talented players to come out of Alvin ISD in the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, this district is definitely, putting up a fight against the district on the east side, and as one of the best districts in the Houston area.
Trips to the right, 1:11 to go, and DeBoe's going to roll out right, and he hits a man, and a drop pass for Caden Robinson.
Careful, young man.
Robinson drops another pass. They need to stick him or something.
Yeah, I mean, different gloves. At this point, I'm just, I'm not sure. These guys just got to get in front of the jug machine, get some reps of catching the football, looking at the spiral all the way in. In high school and college, you have that white stripe around the football. Just watch that all the way till you hit your gloves before you try to make a play, and you'll come down with it.
1:07 to go, 3rd and 7 here. DeBose rolling right again, and he fires it deep. He takes a shot and overthrows the receiver. As it looks like he was looking for Dylan Murphy, the junior receiver. He took a lick.
Yeah, he took a lick. He stepped up in the pocket and delivered a good football to a good wide open post route down the middle, but just couldn't step into it like he wanted to, and that's what caused the overthrow.
I say for a quarterback, DeBose Jr. maybe hasn't got a ton of reps. I mean, he looks pretty confident, though. He's throwing the ball like he ain't scared to.
Yeah.
That's for sure. He's been slinging it. And he's running. He's making some guys miss and not afraid to get downfield.
And this is what you want as a backup quarterback. Just come out there, put some good reps on film, and you never know who's watching. And, he's a junior just like, Robinson, so – get a call here from the official.
That ball, delay a game, offense, 5 yards, repeat 4th down.
I think we've seen a pretty big drop-off in efficiency since these second-team offenses have come in. But
yes,
this is what moments like this are for. I mean, if you're the winning team, a great opportunity. You're up by 25 with a minute left. Get some reps for your backups. And if you're the losing team, well, you lost, but you got some reps.
Yes.
You got some good reps, and you got to go against one of the best teams in the area. As Iowa Colony will run a man out on the field.
It's different now with the turf. We used to just always look at it, everybody's jersey after a game and And your jersey still look clean. Did you get in the game? But now with the turf, everybody's jersey is kind of clean.
DeBose fires one deep. He has an open man again, and he overthrows him again. This time, I think that was Jackson Daly. He's throwing it a little too far. He's got too much arm.
He definitely has a big arm, and these Crosby receivers has been getting behind the secondary here tonight, and they've been getting open. I'll give you that. Crosby receivers have been getting open. They just haven't hauled it in. They haven't caught the football, which is there's no point in getting open if you're not going to catch a football. But that's just something they got to continue to work on and get better at throughout the year.
Yeah, I mean, coaches are never 100% satisfied, and even though Iowa Colony has dominated this game, I think some of those, busts in the secondary are things they're going to definitely want to clean up. I know Coach Garza is a really good head coach, and I'm sure he's going to be meticulous about that stuff as the Pioneers go into victory formation. Gage Martinez kneels it down, and I think maybe just one more kneel and they can get out of here. Great victory for the Pioneers here in their home opener. Took the 41-7 victory over Stafford last week. Now 42-17 victory over Crosby. Had a chance at more points. I think some missed opportunities for both sides, but Iowa Colony clearly one of the best programs around and one of the best teams this season, and I expect them to make a deep run again.
Yeah, they definitely expect to make a deep run. They're going to have to battle their way through this tough district, but they definitely like one of the better teams in the state. A lot of talent on both sides of football, and I'm excited to see this team grow.
Iowa Colony wins it 42-17 as the clock strikes 0. Just real quick, Gentry on the Hotze Health and Wellness Center postgame show. Let me know your final thoughts, and maybe you got a play of the game, a player of the game, anything like that. Let me hear it.
Final thoughts, overall great game here from Iowa Colony. Everyone pitched in. I like what I seen from Aaron Tanner. Quarterback Carson White had made some great throws, great reads, also scrambled in for 2 touchdowns. But it's, the star of the show, Jaden Warren, that kickoff return was just electric. And, his ability just to reverse field, turn on the jets, and just be a difference maker every time he touches the ball. They truly have a weapon that is going to cause defenses and defensive coordinators to stay up all night, and he's going to be a mismatch problem all year long.
I think you're absolutely correct. Warren is a menace, just a touchdown waiting to happen, and I love the progression for Carson White. I think he got so much great experience last year, a deep playoff run, some just awesome battles against Randall and these other big schools, and I think this team is just poised to be good, as you said, the next year, this season, next year, and into the future with a lot of these talented guys who are juniors and guys who have been a part of this program from the start, and just great job for Coach Garza and the Pioneers. And that's going to do it for us here at Freedom Field. Evan Geiger and Gentry Williams signing off for Legacy Sports Network and Alvin Sports Network.